there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a win.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, you know. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 470. And tonight, we have Magog joining us once again. And we have Ella Grant for the first time.
Yeah. It's exciting times because we also have Dusty, the cockatiel, who I heard was recently banned on Twitter.
Dusty and Caseytron.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, we were, at first we were talking to Caseytron about being on tonight, and then she got banned from Twitter, and we couldn't I couldn't contact her because that's how I would communicate with her was through Twitter DMs. And by the time I finally got a hold of her, it was too late. So we're going to have her on for another episode.
Another
Caseytron. Why the fuck would Caseytron get banned from Twitter?
It's ridiculous. She's a troll, so maybe like they didn't get it. I don't know. She's not seriously like a bad person.
No,
I don't think
she's not edgy. Really,
maybe I'm fooled because she's got big boobs, and I like Hitler. If he had big boobs, I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck it.
I think you're missing.
Let him do what he
point.
does.
It's Twitter's job to ban people these days.
It's like Twitter just snapped.
Unless you're Alex Jones,
people disappeared.
Yeah, that
Alex
one
Jones.
they didn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. You
Yeah,
know, they were like, no.
Everybody
no,
else
wait a
bans
minute.
him. Everybody else bans him, and Twitter's fine with that. But now they're getting rid of Caseytron.
Yeah,
this is just sexism.
They
in
tried
action.
to get rid of TJ, but enough people got pissed, so they brought him back.
Hopefully, everybody gets to come back, and they can even unban like Milo.
You know who else got banned? Dusty Smith. You know?
Oh, that
Called to
Dusty. I thought it was the cockatiel.
No.
Oh. Who
I
cares
remember
about
when
Dusty
Sargon
Smith?
came back. He made an announcement on his channel that he started a new Twitter. 3 days later, he was banned, and he hadn't even tweeted anything. He just had people following him, started following him and tweeting at him and everything, and he hadn't even tweeted anything, and they banned him again 3 days later.
Wow.
Yep.
There's like a smaller YouTuber named Destiny that got banned too.
He's not too small. He's got a pretty big following.
I was talking about height. I think he's like 5 foot something.
There you go.
Goddamn hobbits.
So
the hobbits are not allowed on Twitter.
You know, some people are actually preemptively moving platforms. Like there's this one YouTuber named MundaneMatt.
Oh, God.
He recently moved to Tumblr.
Oh, God. Yeah. See, I didn't even really necessarily want to talk about it, but people are going to ask why we didn't talk about it if we don't. So,
but Tumblr is where the devil makes potty.
So
that's why MundaneMatt's there.
So what are
His
your
content's
takes?
potty.
What are your takes on the MundaneMatt thing?
Are we all familiar?
Who?
Yeah. Okay, so you went to VidCon this year, right, Ella?
Yeah.
No,
from what she remembers.
I think I met him, but
yeah.
Isn't his avatar like or no? That's Crowd.
No,
it's his avatar is this
skull.
thing.
Yeah, the little blue skull
Yeah,
there. The blue scholar. He was at the house with the pool in the backyard that everybody drank at VidCon.
I remember meeting him, but I don't remember because I don't think I'd ever seen his face before.
Yeah.
So
you were kind of busy like crawling on the ground and stuff. So
it was
I'm
a
not
party.
surprised.
I must have missed that because did I show up too late? Because I don't remember Ella.
No, I remember you were there.
Did I see it? I didn't. Did we say hi? I don't even like. You guys left.
It
pretty
kind of
quick.
blurs together, just to be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, the reason I bring
Way
this
too
up
much cocaine at that party.
is because MundaneMatt was the boy at the house that was telling everybody to be quiet so we can go night.
Because he had class in the morning.
So when a guy goes around telling people to be quiet on YouTube so he can go night in peace because he's losing sleep at night over people making reaction videos to him, and so he tells them to shut up. That's the equivalent of telling people at a fucking party to be quiet. Come on, man. That's Matt. You're a pussy, dude.
Oh,
You're
shit.
a pussy, Matt.
Oh,
No,
shit.
And not
don't
pussy
lay
like
that
vagina.
particular thing completely at his feet. Everybody was going, shh.
Yeah, I was
It
doing
was
it
the
as a
greatest
meme.
shit party I've ever been
God,
at.
I remember people were like, "Oh, there's like or Garden Grove has quiet hours or some shit like that." So I'm just like, "All right, I'll just yell at people quietly then.
Yeah.
I'll yell at the Venezuelan guy."
So Matt was on a live stream. Okay. So there was an issue where a lot of videos that were critical of Matt were getting flagged, and everyone blamed Matt for it. And Matt would just magically appear after these videos would get taken down to be like, "I don't know what you're talking about, guys." And he would try to come into these streams to defend himself. Well, they put him on a stream and kind of backed him into a corner and got him to reveal his flagging history. And there was all these videos. There was the Kumite. There was Andy Worski. There were videos that weren't that were just making fun of him. They weren't doxing him or being inappropriate. Really.
Yeah, that was a shitty situation because I liked Matt. We hung out a lot.
I like Matt.
He had me on his streams. I'd have him on my streams. I love talking movies with him. It really just came out of left field that this happened.
He has shit. He's a shit person for talking movies with. He's
your buddy Keem ripped him a new asshole, man.
Yeah,
because
I think Keem said something about.
He kept calling him Matt Mundane for one thing.
Keem does that all the time. He would call me
He
Billy.
was like, "Whatever the fuck your name is,
Yeah.
Matt Mundane."
He fucks up everybody's name on purpose. He used to call me Billy the Fat all the time. He knew who I was, little fucker. No, but Matt made a big mistake, but he made this apology as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This apology came out today, or was it yesterday? I think
Yesterday.
it was yesterday.
Before we get into reading this, I do want to say, even if it's true, when you get caught doing something like this, the last people want to hear is, "Oh, I was depressed and suicidal." You shouldn't throw that out there.
Especially to this particular group, they were like, well, instead of hitting the report button, you should have hit the trigger on your 9mm and pointed it to your throat type of thing. Because they're all angry boys. Now you gave the wolves a reason to bite. That's
Right.
That's bad news, Brown.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely owed an apology to the people he flagged, but I kind of disagree with falling back on the whole depression thing, which it could be true. I mean, I've
Sure.
talked to Matt enough to know that he does suffer from some depression sometimes. But man, that's kind of like when Rosie O'Donnell was like, it was the Valium I took,
That's Roseanne Barr.
Oh yeah, Roseanne Barr. She took Ambien.
Ambien. That was it.
Rosie
Roseanne.
O'Donnell blamed her actions on the Viagra she took.
That was it. Either one. Listen. It isn't that hard. Just fucking own your shit. You fuck up, own your shit.
Yeah.
And that was my, I get it. I haven't talked to Matt since that night it happened that he was on that stream on Ralph Retort.
Okay.
And he told me the whole situation. I was like, bro, you done fucked up. So I haven't talked to him since, but I feel like there's always a chance for people to be redeemed, but you got to do it right. Own your shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Magog.
Yeah.
It's the bird.
Do you think Dusty's a beautiful bird?
I think he is. Yes, Dusty is a beautiful bird.
A beautiful bird.
So
beautiful.
Yeah, the internet is so eager.
Bird.
The internet is so eager to gang pile on people.
Yeah.
So and you would think this is like the worst fucking atrocity that anyone could commit by the way they're reacting.
Well,
but I don't think it's irredeemable. Definitely not.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely worse things. He didn't dox anybody. That's like golden rule number 1 on the internet, right?
People do that all the time, though. People dox. It's usually anonymous trolls. That
do I think what Matt did is irredeemable? Absolutely not. Do I think what Matt did was bitch made? Yeah, he was being a little bitch. And if you do that and you expect people to value your opinion on things, you've kind of fucked yourself over. Like, nobody's gonna listen to a little bitch with their bitch opinion. So hey, I've never talked bad about Matt before.
No, what? You fuck with him constantly. Dude, Billy's a bully to Matt. Like in person when we've hung out with him, you're always fucking with that.
Here's
dude.
what I'm doing. This is all I'm doing here. I'm saying these things directly about Matt to see if we get reported. And then we'll know if it was him. Cuz I talk shit about him.
There's no way to know. Like after it got all exposed, other people's videos started getting flagged, and I'm sitting here thinking,
it's a copycat.
why would he continue doing it? Like, I think some people are doing it so that people are like, he's still flagging.
You know how we'll really know if someone flags the Billy the Fridge channel. That's how we'll know if it's.
Don't do it, guys.
What?
Don't do it. It's a bad idea. YouTube.com/overweight.
Now that we're putting it out there, I think the way we'll really know is if Billy the Fridge's channel gets flagged.
Yeah, give me all your flags. I don't give a shit.
Sure,
you know who loves flags? Ben's a collector of flags.
Not those kind.
No, look, Matt made this apology letter, all right? And I think he admitted to doing some wrong.
Yeah, he did here. You know what he did, though? Another huge mistake was the day after this shit happened, Matt thought he could just start uploading videos again. Because he uploads like 5 videos a day.
Yeah.
So he makes these short ones. They're like probably, like 10 minutes. And they're usually kind of like, clickbaity kind of videos.
They're clickbait topical, and they're basically like if this screen was on with the article in the background, he just reads the article and talks about it.
Sure, and whatever. There's a place for that.
It's simple. That's why he can do 5 a day.
There's a place for that, but
there's not a lot of pre-production and stuff.
He just started making videos the next day, like literally nothing happened.
I think that's awesome. That's ballsy as hell.
He didn't just like disappear for a while. Like he's trying to keep his channel going. I can kind of understand that. He has this is his job, but at the same time, it was, it takes a little time, maybe he should have taken a break from the internet. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know.
think so.
I don't know the right way to handle this situation because it's like that old saying. It takes 20 years to cultivate a good reputation and 5 minutes to destroy it.
Right.
Which is kind of the same thing with porn stars, right?
Nobody gives a fuck about that.
It takes 20 years to make a porn star and 5 minutes to destroy them.
Porn stars don't have a shelf life of 20 years.
No, to make them, you can't fuck them before they're 18, dude.
Oh, okay.
And it takes at least 2 years to make them a star.
I thought you meant 20 years as a porn star.
What do you mean, Ben? What do you mean? It takes 20 years to make them so they're adults. Gosh, you guys, I'm just going to stop.
That other saying, you build 1,000 bridges and suck one cock to the world. You're not a bridge builder. You're a cocksucker.
Yeah.
Hey, but how many people go to try and buy a bridge for $20 on the street?
Right.
So, before we move on to the next, or do you want to actually read this, or do you want to read it in his voice?
I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I want to begin by saying that I appreciate your patience with my silence these past few days. I wanted to take some time to reflect on the situation before making a public statement. First things first, I'd like to apologize for the videos I reported for bullying and harassment. It was wrong of me to do. It was also wrong for me to ask everybody to be quiet at the VidCon house when I wanted to go sleep.
Oh, God, you had me for a second there. I was like, what? I remember
Porky Pig.
but deep. That's all, Matt. But look, basically, he's made an apology, but all he really said was he's going to continue doing what he's doing. This is his job, is what he likes to do. So do it.
Working to better himself and all that.
He doesn't.
Stuff. I mean,
he doesn't owe anybody. He doesn't owe anybody anything.
You can't do much more. You can't. Yeah, he could have just totally tried to ignore it, or he could do this, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the world we live in, too. It's the digital age. I mean, you could own a restaurant, and it's the fanciest, nicest restaurant. Everybody loves it, and you get one bad Yelp review.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's the one giving the bad Yelp review here.
Fucking reputation in this day and age,
He's the one out there giving the bad Yelp reviews.
He's giving troll Yelp reviews.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
yeah. I think
so he's the piece of shit in this scenario. But like, continue making your videos, dude. I would have if he made videos the next day like nothing happened. That's fucking awesome.
Dude,
that's
he should
balls,
have
dude.
he should have just changed his persona. Dude, he should have done a full heel turn because he's like the vanilla baby face.
Yeah.
He should do a full like heel turn.
We used to call him Fundane Fat. We should start calling him Mundane Rat. And he's just a rat. And he's a total piece of shit. But then he plays into
He
it.
should have just owned his shit, but at the same time, like you guys said, like his videos he released after this happened, he should have been in like goth makeup and been like dark MundaneMatt. Like had a fucking hood on, like a fucking Sith Lord, and he's like, I killed all the younglings.
You want him to steal your gimmick?
He should change his name. Change his name to the Flag Master. Don't fuck with me.
Capture the flag.
Like
That
one of the
motherfucker
villains
becomes a
from
wizard
Ghost
on YouTube. I'm suing him.
The Gatekeeper.
Oh yeah, the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper.
Yeah, the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper and the Flag Master is like the one on the side going, hey guys, got room for one more?
The flag bearer.
All right, so yeah, MundaneMatt. A lot of people hate him. I don't hate him.
I'd like to have him on the show again sometime. Maybe we can get him on with like a guy named Dick Masterson or something.
He wouldn't do that.
Maybe he should now.
Well, there's the thing too, where like he has been, for some reason, like he's just one of those personalities where like you either like him or you just like vitriolic fucking hate towards him. I don't know why.
But that was like that
he's had
before
it for
this
months.
happened too.
I mean,
Everybody,
people have torn into him constantly, you know. So I'm not saying that justifies what he did, but I am saying too that he's that type of personality for some reason. I don't know.
And to all of you setting in Streamlabs and Super Chats, we'll read them at the end of the next segment here. I want to take a quick moment here to let everybody know that we're doing an Amazon giveaway. This is our first giveaway that we're doing. You have a chance to win a Keenisms book. The book of Keenisms about Brett Keane. It's a not-for-children's book in the style of a children's book. There's a link down below the video here in the description. There's no purchase necessary. All you have to do is click on the link, and 3 of these will be given away. We've already paid for them, so we're just giving away 3 of them to 3 random fans. So you'll know if you won after the allotted time, which I think is a week, is over. And we'll just keep pushing it. Another thing is we have a bunch of Amazon links down below. Please click on the Amazon links every time you buy something from Amazon. We get a kickback. Fuck Jeff Bezos. Make him give us some money.
Yeah. We could just go down to the Amazon headquarters and ask him for some bucks.
You guys are allowed to do that on YouTube? I thought they had a thing where you're not allowed to have, like...
Are we going to get into these details?
Dude.
Are we going to get into these details?
Where's MundaneMatt at?
I'm genuinely curious. I really am, because I thought you weren't allowed to do... Because I'd love to do giveaways.
We're allowed.
Man.
We're allowed to do
medieval
anything
swords and
we
shit to my
want.
fans.
I think you can't ask for things in return, but I don't know. People do gift card giveaways all the time. Like, subscribe, follow, suck a dick, build a bridge. We'll give you all these cards.
Yeah. So check that stuff out.
You can't use like super chats to try to get people to buy tickets. You
Yeah.
can't raffle things.
Right,
You can't
exactly.
ask for money in return. Okay.
Yeah, Amazon allows you to do giveaways as long as you pay for it ahead of time. And basically the Amazon program, the Amazon influencer program, is a way that people can support the show without having to actually buy something or like give us money. Well, I mean, they have to buy something from Amazon, and then Amazon throws us a couple bucks.
Yeah, just go and buy new TVs, guys.
Shit that they're gonna buy anyway.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
buy new TVs anyways.
Man, as soon as Amazon figures out how to do hookers, they're going to own the world.
They already own
They're
the
gonna
world.
drop off hookers via drone at your front doorstep.
That's not a bad idea.
So Ella, tell us about, since you're new here, tell us about your channel and everything.
Well, my channel is it's almost as much of a mess as I am, but that's okay, and that's okay. Retro, mumbo, jumbo, and I'm Canadian, and I'm a ginger, and that's like sort of the root of most of my jokes.
And where did the term Trap Supreme come from?
That was from a video I did about Riley Dennis, which in retrospect is like probably the video I regret the most, because I was playing that like sort of Blair White conservative, like I was really playing a character in that one, and I'm like, oh, Riley's degenerate and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh no. But the whole the video was about like offensive slurs that you shouldn't say to trans people. And I'm like, Riley, stop being trap phobic. But I'm not a trap in the way you might think. See, as a ginger, it's my job to trap as many souls as humanly possible because I gain a freckle for every soul that I steal.
How many freckles do you have?
And I was like, Riley, I'm Trap Supreme. And that's like how that line sort of came about, and it stuck.
Now, I watched one of yours because I discovered you a while back, Ella. I'm a huge fan. There was one where you pulled out a fucking gun and blew holes in your laptop. I laughed my fucking ass off.
Dude,
you were like, ah! Blam.
Well, that's what happens when you write an article about vagina nail polish.
Right? Yeah.
Vagina?
Okay, Shoe on Head invited me to do a feature on one of her Cosmo Cringe videos, and that's what that was for. She sent me a couple articles about boob nails and vagina nails. And that's where the bit with the gun came from.
Is that where they actually like paint little vaginas?
Yeah.
Nails. Yeah.
It literally is. And in the case of like the boob ones, they aren't just painted on. They're like, they take like epoxy or something and straight up like sculpt little boobs and paint bras on them.
Wow.
Like they look like tumors of some sort. It's the
bizarre. Yeah. I've seen worse though. I did a video on women painting with their menstrual blood.
Oh.
So, yeah, I did that video, and basically I just did a whole line of jokes where Magog just throws up constantly.
Some random fan painted my portrait in their own blood.
Like they're like we're gonna protest Trump by painting a portrait of Trump in our menstrual blood. Yeah.
That is so fucked up.
Weird. Good thing I never was one.
Yeah, when I first met you, you were drunk and you were doing like a phone operator voice.
Oh yeah, hold up. The number you have tried to reach could not be completed as dialed.
That was too good. That's actually scary.
Oh man, I wish I could get a clip of that so that I could just do that.
Are you a robot, Ella?
I'm sorry?
Are you a robot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot androids are hot.
She was doing that, and she was doing like, I think it was like transatlantic.
Oh yeah, that's like a lot of my videos are like 40s and 50s themed, and a lot of them sort of call for that old timey like, yes, hi, hello, what do you want? Like,
like Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
The Cagney thing, right? The Cagney thing. I love it.
My name's Katharine Hepburn, and I know what I want, and I wanted it 5 minutes ago. So run out of over with my husband's sedan.
I like Ella. That a lot.
Hello.
Hey, Ella.
Yeah?
Isn't Dusty just a beautiful bird?
That's the best talk I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, you can blown away, right?
Damn.
All right, we're gonna move on into DP action news. Yeah.
DP action news.
All right. So here's someone interviewing the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, about Alex Jones, and I guess recently Alex Jones got like a slap on the wrist from Twitter. They timed him out.
A little timeout?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not so much worried about Alex Jones as we are about Casey-tron and the cult of Dusty.
Right.
What the fuck?
Well, Alex Jones on Twitter posted this week what essentially is a video calling for people to get their battle rifles ready against the media, saying it's time to act. It's got to be done now.
People need to have their battle rifles and everything ready at their bedsides, and you got to be ready.
Sent a chill up my spine. How about yours?
It did. I mean, there's a number of actions that...
What a leading question. Yeah, I think this is deplorable. What about you? Sure, you agree if you're not.
Why does he look like a younger, more insane Mel Gibson?
Yeah, you're
Am
right.
I the
He
only one
does
who's
look like
seeing that right now?
No, he's got Mel Gibson's eyes.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know about more insane
that's
though.
Mel Gibson's fucking hairline, bro.
Are they like? Is he the illegitimate son of Mel?
I maybe. Jesus.
We believe help a call to incitement to violence, and those are the things that we need to make sure that we are taking action on.
You've taken action against him in this instance. What is it? Can you tell us what it is?
I believe we put him in a timeout.
We called him a naughty boy and had him sit in the corner.
Shut up and color, Alex.
But seriously, what is it about Alex Jones? Like, why won't they get rid of him when they've gotten rid of people for doing way less?
It's very weird. Like, I wish we could see the rules which Twitter operates from. So when someone
it's called
gets
the
banned,
TOS. You agree to it when you sign up.
Do you think it has anything to do with the amount of followers? I mean, they would have a mass exodus from Twitter, and they'd lose even more people.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things Trump has done too would get other people banned, but they won't ban him either because he has all these followers, and now people go to Twitter just to see what the president is talking about.
I think they did ban him once. Like, an employee who got fired from Twitter made like their final action deleting Donald Trump's Twitter account.
Yeah, it was down for like 8 minutes.
Was that before he was elected?
No, it was after.
It was a couple of months ago.
Oh wow!
I think it was earlier this year. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was down for like 8 minutes, and the guy he was on his way out anyway, so he was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna dump Trump."
I found this thing at an antique shop, and I'm trying to figure out how to open it.
Dude, come on.
Is it Pandora's box?
No, you're gonna release a Cenobite.
Moving his ability to tweet for a time period.
That period, just 7 days. And presumably, after that, Jones will be back. A timeout seems...
Okay, so here's the thing. I feel the same way about Twitter banning people as I do about them not banning certain people. I personally think it's dumb and it's unfair, but ultimately Twitter gets to decide what they do with their own website. So I don't think you should be able to give this guy shit because of who he chooses not to ban.
We do need Casey Tron back.
I think the argument is that there's not very many alternatives. See, it's one thing if you're like, oh, I got banned from Waffle House, but then I could go to Huddle House, I could go to fucking Denny's, I could go to McDonald's. Like, there's all these other choices.
I banned myself from Denny's.
Like,
fuck that.
Platforms, and then there's all these little smaller ones that nobody cares about right now.
That's contingent. Yeah, I mean, that's contingent upon someone creating a new platform. You know what I think? If we want 100%, this might make me sound like a socialist. I'm not trying to, but if we want 100%, like an internet platform with 100% free speech, we just need a publicly funded one that isn't a for-profit company, and they just adhere to free speech laws. The same kind we deal with day to day.
We can call it The Wire.
Like, there are those reasonable limitations to free speech, like you can't threaten people,
Right.
that sort of thing.
Doxing, threatening, actual harassment.
Right.
Everybody should get Obama phones.
Yeah, but
they don't apply their rules evenly.
Right.
I still see tweets where people are like, kill all white men. I'm like, how's that not a threat? Like,
I say... Go ahead.
That's like people like to say like Canada is some sort of like Orwellian free speech shithole country because there's like, oh my God, C-16 hate speech laws, but really you need to be exceptionally hateful to actually be like charged with hate speech. Like the only case that comes to mind is like the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah. I don't think the Klan could have a rally in Canada though, or anything like that.
I think it's the beginnings. I think that's what in Canada when it comes to that.
Get out of hand, but really though, if you play the free speech argument and say like, oh, it's just like freedom of association, if it lines up with other sort of exceptions to the rule, generally it's okay. But if you you have to be like really hateful to actually be brought up with something like that. Also, how much makeup is this guy wearing?
Yeah, Lester Holt.
He looks like Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's got that orange.
Which is
tan.
funny because he's black, but they have the same skin tone.
His lips look like a puckered pink anus.
Are you talking about black man's lips?
No,
racist.
These lips specifically.
Racist. Talking about the black man's lips.
Wow, dude!
Damn,
I didn't
dude.
say anything about him being black. I said something about him being puckered and pink.
Okay, are you just ignoring? Are you just ignoring the fact that his people have gone through struggles?
100%. I am when I'm talking about his puckered pink anus lips.
Damn. Man, Billy the Fridge confirmed racist. Good luck getting a hip hop show anytime soon,
Are you
racist.
Are you trying to get my Twitter banned?
Now I looked up a list of actual like cases that have gone to the tribunal in Canada, and I read all about them.
Yeah,
and there's a huge list of them, and some of them were definitely warranted. Like they go to the Human Rights Tribunal, and some guy was like harassing some chick at work constantly, and she had to quit, and so they fined the guy, $250,000 or whatever. But I read this one where a woman went to a auto shop to get a job because she loved working on cars, and the old guy that owned the shop, probably comes from a different time. He didn't even say anything sexist. He was just like, "Are you sure you want to work here? We get quite dirty." That's all he said. He's like, we get kind of dirty. He got fined $30,000 from the tribunal. She took his ass to the Human Rights Tribunal.
I mean, Canada's weird about enforcing their laws anyway. There's this guy that chopped off a guy's head on a bus, and he's like out of prison now, and it only happened within like the last 10 years. This guy was...
It's pretty weird, but it's also like, in the States, when they say like, oh, it varies from state to state, you guys have 50 states and they're all so tiny, but really our provinces are huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're all they're fairly sparsely populated.
Yeah.
Yeah, aside from like Ontario, that's like probably the biggest population.
Canada's really only like a border.
People live in an area that's like the size of Kentucky.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's hard to explain, but the people are so sparse. It's like the whole country answers more to Ottawa, whereas, people in California would answer more to Sacramento or something like that.
Right. Yeah, like it is a frozen wasteland.
Yeah.
If you look at a map of Canada, all the population's along the border. But then you guys own all of that other shit, but it's just freezing north.
Inuits live up there.
There's a lot of stuff up there, though.
There's like a wall. There's White Walkers.
Up there.
Yellowknife.
What was that, Ella?
There's up there. There's not a lot of people, but there's a lot of mining and there's a lot of oil and there's a lot of stuff like because of the Northwest Passage. There's a lot of shipping that goes up through there, and there's a lot of like settlements, meant as pit stops for cargo ships, apparently.
Right. Yeah,
but there's no hate speech.
There's also the Wall, and Castle Black, and White Walkers,
and Ice Road Truckers.
That too.
Here's
Game of Thrones. Sorry.
So, not only is it weird enough when an ex-reality star becomes president, but it's even weirder when he appoints one of the winners of his reality game show as one of his top advisors after he becomes president. Omarosa. Yeah. So now, after she got fired, she's spilling the beans on all kinds of shit. And now she's saying Trump is a racist. So here's a video about that.
Tonight, the Trump campaign filing an arbitration action against Omarosa, claiming her book and book tour are violating an NDA. That's a confidentiality agreement.
No, it's a non-disclosure agreement, not a confidentiality.
It comes after the Washington Post reported that Omarosa was offered $15,000 a month by the Trump campaign to keep quiet after she was fired from her White House job, and that money added up to $180,000 a year, which
I'm the least racist person in the world. Look, I surround myself with people of color.
Of course, was the top salary at the White House, which she was being paid. Out front now, former president and chief operating officer of Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, Jack O'Donnell. He's also the author of the book Trumped, the inside story of the real Donald Trump, his cunning rise and spectacular fall.
His cunning rise.
Jack, good to have you back. So when you...
Spectacular fall. He hasn't fallen yet. They've taken down a lot of people around him, but it's so far...
Are we a little tired of the rate? Like, how is it that a man who has literally been famous since the 80s has never been called racist until he ran for president?
What do you mean he's never been called racist? He was called racist back when he was the slumlord in New York City.
I mean, he was
That
called a
wasn't- That would like that's like the rhetoric that comes out of stuff like owning slums.
Well, I mean, he was also called a racist when he and I don't necessarily agree with this, but it was stupid of him to do when he kept bothering Obama about the fucking birth certificate.
Yeah. Now, I'm not like a huge Trump supporter, but at the same time, I think there could be better. Like, you have to call Trump a racist. There's actually legitimate things you could.
I do think we don't want to forget about that, though. When his response to the way he was talking about Mexicans was to say that Trump Towers had the best taco salad, so he can't hate Mexicans. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I saw the video.
You remember there was on The View, one of the girls, Kelly Osbourne, it was on The View, and she said, "Here's the thing, Donald Trump. If you don't like immigrants, who's going to be cleaning your toilet?"
Who's he going to be married to next time?
Backlash from that, and even like the other chicks on The View, Whoopi Goldberg and shit, we're all just like, hear everyone in the studio audience just go.
That's kind of funny. I mean, who else? I mean, who's doing it anyway?
I felt so bad for laughing, but at the same time, like, she might be right.
Yeah,
maybe I'm biased. I'm just tired of the racism argument. It's fucking everywhere.
See,
maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just kind of deaf to that now because they use it so goddamn.
It happens a lot. You're right. I mean, a better question for Trump, besides who's going to clean his toilet, is who his next trophy wife is going to be, because most of them were immigrants, and then also. Trump's mom was an immigrant too from Scotland, so
yeah, it's a weird situation,
But
like,
hey, he's getting a space military in order, so
Star Trek going to become a reality soon.
So he can't be that bad of a guy, right? Like, he wants, unless he's making the space military to go find other races other than humans so he can hate them, then that could be bad.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
the loose cannon, but at the same time, I don't think he's as bad as everybody says he is.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Space Force, because I want one of those face hugger things as a pet. We got to find the face hugger thing.
When you say that when Trump learned, you were writing this book, right? You were writing this book back in 1990. Then one of his lawyers reached out, tried to pay you off. Tell me what happened.
Well, he didn't just reach out, Aaron, and thank you for having me, by the way. Unannounced at my office, I was working for Merv Griffin by then. The attorney showed up at my office, walked in unannounced, and said he wanted to talk to me. He said, "We've heard about the book. We want to know what we can do to have you kill it. What do you need?" And I said, "Joe, I don't need anything." I said, "The book is way beyond that point, and I need to write this book anyhow to set the record straight on a few issues." But he clearly was offering.
So Trump and his people like to bribe people. I mean, that's that. How is this news? Here's
that's 50 though. Like,
welcome to all politicians ever.
I would say, yeah. I mean, it's never been proven beyond a reasonable doubt with any other president, though, that he was like paying off porn stars and Playboy playmates to keep their mouth shut.
Are you fucking kidding me? Have you never read about JFK?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've read about him, but where's the irrefutable evidence?
Well, isn't there proof that they had Marilyn Monroe murdered because she sucked too many Kennedy dicks?
No.
I don't. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, Ben.
So let's listen. Let's listen to this recording
black
here.
At Trump Castle and at Trump Plaza. Black guys counting my money.
It's not a recording.
The only kind of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think the guy is lazy. And it's probably not his fault, because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. I believe that. It's not anything they can control.
Oof. Wait, didn't Hillary say the exact same thing?
Probably.
But,
I know she did. She said that laziness is a trait in blacks. I saw it this morning. It's a video from like 1992 or something.
Yeah.
She says that like young African American men are lazy naturally, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe I heard that too. Of course. I mean, Hillary doesn't strike me.
I think everybody plays to the stereotypes, but it's like worse when you're a politician because you get caught saying it, and then all of a sudden it's like it sounds a lot worse because you're supposed to be a publicly elected official. You're supposed to represent all Americans. So I understand why they're pissed if he really did say that. Now this guy's selling a book here though. So I don't know how legit it is, because I don't know, man. Like, how come every time somebody's all like, I got the inside scoop, I got like this thing that nobody else knows, I'm gonna write a book and make millions? Like, why didn't he just come out, and just fucking do it?
Yeah, for the good of humanity.
That's the skeptic in me. I don't know.
Because now if you just come out and say that on Twitter, you get banned, account suspended.
That's true.
You have to write a book.
This guy needs to get on Gab.
So here's a story. I grew up. I was raised Catholic, and I went to Catholic school, K through 12. And there's a new sex abuse thing going on in Pennsylvania. With I guess there's been over 1,000 confirmed victims of over 300 Catholic priests
in Pennsylvania. You think they were doing? They were drafting the children with Jerry Sandusky?
No, Jerry. Well, maybe
Penn
part of the
State,
time.
Man, they're probably
more than 1,000 children sexually abused by hundreds of Catholic priests over the span of decades in the state of Pennsylvania, according to a grand jury report. Abuse that was largely covered up. One of those who was abused, Mark Rossi, is a Democratic state representative in Pennsylvania and has introduced a bill that would eliminate the statute of limitations for victims of childhood sexual abuse.
I touched on this on my other stream recently. I think a big problem, a big reason why this happens is because they only take in people who are looking to be celibate when they take on priests in the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these people probably have sexual urges that they know are wrong, and they're like, well, I'll just become a priest and then God will help me fight my sexual urges. But then they find out that they're left alone with a bunch of children all the time, because that's what happens with priests. Priests are usually trusted members of the community that they're in, so they end up being left alone with children a lot.
Or they were molested in their Catholic upbringing, and they just make it a cycle, and they become priests because they know they're going to have access to those kids.
Let people who are married and allowed to have sex become priests. You'll get more priests, for one thing, and you won't attract these strange people who are, in it for the weird life of celibacy. And then also, the church needs to stop protecting these guys, because what they do is they move them. They let the church investigate itself. Is part of the problem,
which is criminal,
that's
and we should go to war.
The church answers internally. It answers to pretty much the oldest corporation in existence right now, which is the Vatican.
Right.
And they have an HR department. they really do. It's not called that, but they do. But the problem is, it's like you said, man, let these people get married. You never hear stories like this when it comes to like Baptists, because they're allowed to be married. Like preachers,
right? You'd get less weirdos becoming. Yeah, it's systemic because the church tries to cover it up. They enable it, and it's also the type of people that they're taking in to become priests with their weird, archaic rules that they have. It's all this repressed sexuality and stuff. It's not healthy at all. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just a new story. This has been going on forever. I mean, I heard stories about it even in my own hometown. A priest that I knew decently well, that was a teacher at my high school, went to prison for having child pornography on his computer. So there's all kinds. I don't know why. I don't know why specifically, but those are my guesses as to why it happens so much. It's just crazy. And we had Milo on this show, and he shared his stories about his sexual relationship with a priest when he was a kid.
What if it happens so much because it's just part of Catholicism is fucking little kids?
It's not, though.
But maybe, though, for those in control, it always has been. for the last
There's nothing
thousands of
in
years.
the doctrine about. Okay,
Not publicly. You don't. McDonald's doesn't tell you how the fucking burgers
so you're
made.
saying
They just feed you the burgers.
You're saying the kid fucking is like when
It's tradition.
It's like when Scientologists learn about Xenu. Only the top people.
Yeah, the
learn about
33 and
that.
a third are over here banging little kids, man.
I remember when me and London were on Hollywood Boulevard, Scientology tried to recruit us.
Yeah.
Really?
And they did their whole sort of shtick where, like, would you like to get a free personality test and solve your problem?
Yeah.
So next year, if they do that again, I deadass want to do it and be like mic'd up and do all that stuff.
That would be great.
You don't want to do that.
That thing
Like-
that they give you, it's an e-meter. It's like a lie detector test, basically.
Well,
It
it's a
measures-
bullshit thing.
You know, like with
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the documentary Going Clear?
Yeah.
On HBO? That is fascinating. I mean, absolutely fascinating. If you want to see what it's really like in a cult, watch that fucking documentary.
You know, it's true. Scientologists are weird. They stalk people. It's like one of the few religions where you got to pay money, like, to stay in it instead of it being a donation. But even with that being said, the Catholic Church, they're a weird cult. Apparently, a child sex cult.
Yep.
So, let's
sir, we appreciate you taking the
this
time
guy's
for us
passing a
today.
law.
You are part of this grand jury report. You spoke with the grand jury. Why was it so important to you to share your story with them?
It was like for the first time in your life you're being heard by somebody who actually cares about what happened to you. You know, we have reached out to the diocese before, and
see, that's the problem. They reached out to the higher ups in the church. They should have been reaching out to the cops.
Yeah, well, no, but then your whole family is shunned by the church, and since you're a part of this cult that tells you if the church shuns you, God shuns you, the moms would tell their own kids to shut the fuck up and take it. It's gross.
Yeah. It's the excommunicato, you know, like that's, you know, you're excommunicated if you fucking speak out against the church. That's been going on for a long time.
I wonder how many Catholic priests have Twitter accounts that are unbanned right now. And they're ones that have been accused of diddling, and they still get to keep their accounts. Like, do we have a list?
I don't know.
Can we tweet at them right now?
I don't look up Catholic priests on Twitter. I think the Pope has a Twitter account.
There are a lot of priests with Twitter accounts. It's new media. They jump on so they can look at One Direction fan accounts.
I mean, it is a numbers game, though, too. You look at a small religion, and something terrible happens within it. Everybody goes, oh my God, all these people must be like this. But if you look at Catholics, they're the largest religion in the world.
Yes.
And I would give
There's
them the
millions
benefit of the
people
doubt.
who are Catholics, and we get some bad apples now and again. Is that a big surprise?
The surprise is that they cover it up and they hide it.
And this is so
Right, and I agree
widespread.
with that.
It's not like it was just one group of priests raping kids in one corner of the world. This happens in every corner of the world that Catholicism exists
And they don't kick them out of the priesthood. They just move them to another location where they do it again.
That's the big problem.
That's not the big problem. That's the crime.
I saw a documentary. I saw a documentary where it was about a guy who was dealing with the fact that the priest that molested him moved like 5 doors down from his house, like as an adult. And he went and like researched what happened to this guy after all the stuff that happened to him. And the guy, the church didn't report him to the police. They just talked him into leaving the priesthood. And then after that, since he had an education degree, he just worked in the public school system after that. For years. Yeah.
Because he
the
never got
problem is
charged.
that, I think the church should crack down. Like, a priest does this, and gets accused of doing this, and actually stands trial. Catholic Church needs to cut him loose and let the fucking federal government send that motherfucker to prison.
Fuck the church cracking down. We need to crack down on the fucking church. I'm talking Donald Trump takes his Space Force and he points that at the Vatican. Okay? we gotta save the kids.
I don't know. I've been to Italy. I don't know if you guys have, but in Italy,
I have. I've been to the
Jesus
Vatican.
Christ, he's big there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he is. You know what? You know, crossing the street in Italy is fucking scary. Like in Rome, there's like almost no crosswalks or anything. But I learned that if you want to cross the street, walk behind a nun, and they're everywhere there. Traffic will literally stop for a nun, and you can just like follow the nun across the street. No fucking lie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Penguin crossing.
Yep. Yep. So we don't even need to watch much about the videos just kind of give us a topic to dive into.
But this is the thing. Like, this guy's saying that he wants to extend the
statute of limitations.
for child abuse.
Yeah, because with a lot of these situations, by the time they're actually brought to the police, it's past the statute of limitations because it comes out like 15, 20 years after it happened.
How do we investigate that 20, 30 years later?
It's gonna have to be witnesses, and there's not gonna be any DNA evidence or anything like that.
Yeah. You're going to have to build the case, but I mean, raise the statute of limitation as long as you can build the case. It sucks that we can't just have like a lie detector test and get all the pervs in one room and then, I don't know, gas them.
Those are incredibly unreliable. I beat a lie detector test once.
Yeah. I don't necessarily
It's all about
agree.
setting up your baseline. If you lie,
well, I don't think a lie detector test is going to work anyways. I wish there was a better way, because right now we have to rely on 30 years of molester intel, which we can't even do right now because there's a statute of limitations. And there might be a statute of limitations in place just because the police know it's impossible for them to work a case that old. I'm not sure.
Well, we can't get rid of the church either. You'd have hundreds of thousands of alcoholics that have no church to go to confess that they're alcoholics.
Yeah.
Well, then we open up bars where the churches were.
You know what? Midnight mass on Christmas morning is the place where you could see the most drunks in one place at one time. It is crazy.
How about that house in LA?
Oh, well, no, even more. Like, entire families get absolutely hammered during Christmas, and then they go to midnight mass. It's just craziness. Alcoholism is almost encouraged in Catholicism.
Yeah, because you have to hide the fact that you were molested your entire life. Throw a bottle in front of them. I'm 100% sure that the exorcist existed in Catholicism just to shut up the little kids that were crying about being molested.
Oh my God!
And they're like, "Oh, they got the demon
devil in
them.
you.
They got the demon.
Shut the fuck up, kid.
Your mother sucks cock in hell." They put that in the movie, but really what she was saying was, "My daddy, or my priest fucked me," and they're like, "Oh, she's fucking taken by the devil. Obviously, priest ain't fucking no kids. Come on."
Exorcism. Have you always, speaking of that, just on a side note, have you guys ever listened to the tape from the 1970s exorcism of Anneliese Michel?
No.
The German foreign shades. That is some creepy shit. If you listen to the audio, because they recorded that exorcism.
It's
basically what inspired The Exorcist. The Exorcism of Emily Rose was directly inspired by the exorcism of Anneliese Michel. But find those original tapes and listen to them. That is some... Ooh, that'll send chills up your fucking spine. That girl's fucking speaking in tongues and all kinds of shit.
It was probably like epilepsy or so. I'm sure there's some kind of explanation for it.
She spoke Syrian Aramaic, never studied it.
Well, that's weird if that's true. But
yeah, what did she say?
I mean, it could have been a hoax for all we know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, but at the same time, I mean, it is genuinely creepy.
There's
a reason why that's a whole movie genre now.
Sure,
the horror movie genre broke off. There's like a whole horror genre of exorcism, like demons and the Catholic Church and that epic battle between heaven and hell.
YouTube recently banned a trailer for the movie The Nun.
Yeah, because it's a jump scare.
Yeah, they allowed the trailer to be there for an ad on your page, and the ad itself violated the terms of service. And can we get some of those terms of service violating ads put on our videos at least? If we can't get monetized elsewhere, can we take that Nun money and put it on our damn videos, please?
Yep. Morden is live in the chat. Says Aramaic. That shit still exists. It says it's a dead language, but it's still taught at the Catholic Church. But no culture speaks it.
That's what makes it scarier. It's a dead language.
I mean, like my high school had Latin as an elective language class because that was the language of Catholicism forever. Before they had the Second Vatican Council, they all of the Catholic masses were in Latin. So pretty much nobody in the congregation knew what the fuck was being said.
Yeah.
So
I used to speak Ebonics when I was in high school, and that's pretty much gone now.
I can tell you probably did.
What?
Yeah.
It's a dead language now.
That's the one thing my brother can do. He's like 16. He's this gooby white ginger kid. He's like 5'7". You know the kind of teenage boy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And half the time I don't know what he's saying.
Teach him to speak in the transatlantic voice.
Yes, hi, hello, Jackson.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's going.
Isn't Dusty just
Yeah,
a beautiful
same
bird?
time. I don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
You talk in a 1940s accent for the people on
He's
the show?
a beautiful bird.
Okay, he's gonna. I've convinced him to try to do a transatlantic accent.
All right. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
It's going real good.
Sorry?
It's going real good. What do you got for us? Some transatlantic?
Let's do it.
Transatlantic.
No,
Give me
old
one.
timey
Give me one.
1940s.
Drop a line.
Should have mailed it to the Marx Brothers.
Oh.
We're lost in translation.
Alright, this is...
Later, little bro.
All right. I think I'm going to read some of the Streamlabs and Super Chats, and then we're going to move on to the next segment here. Quick reminder to everyone watching, Amazon links down below with your corresponding country. If you scroll down to the bottom into the sponsor section, if you buy anything from Amazon, use the Amazon link. It throws a couple bucks our way.
Can I suggest
Just
what people
bookmark
should
it.
buy?
Yeah,
buy a bidet.
Actually, you know what? I'll put that on because we can suggest products. I'll add that to the list.
I actually have a video clip from VidCon of me and Jeff Holiday trying out the bidet at the VidCon house.
That's cute.
So we're going to put that up for the kids.
People have always asked like what kind of setup we have here in the studio. So I found everything in this room on Amazon and listed it there. So we have a storefront link down below that people can go to and see the products I recommend. I put your album on it. I put your album with Ronald McFondle on there too. and then also Jesus the Eternal Bridegroom. And the free speech stud bangs Anita Sarkeesian. Yeah, I put that guy's erotic fan fiction of Anita Sarkeesian up, which is pretty funny.
Nice. No, I stayed at a hotel in Paris when I went there to see the grave of Jim Morrison.
Oh yeah, me too. I've seen that before.
King.
Yep.
And I stayed at a hotel that had a bidet, and I tried it out.
You can get like a nice Japanese bidet toilet topper for like $220-$230 on Amazon, and I swear you'll save that on toilet paper.
Low energy videos $1. Now my wallet is empty. Enjoy the coin. Thank you. Hypothesis donated $5. My dad said it best. I golfed for 10 years and nobody calls me a golfer, but you suck just one cock. $3. Billy, can you sing Bitch Boy Slap Fight? Do you know that song? I'll have to teach it to you.
Yeah, I'll have to learn
another time. Dex Luther, $2. Matt fucked with Python Van Shiver because Ethan was making videos making fun of the new Star Wars movies. Flagging videos because someone has a different opinion on Star Wars makes you worse than Egghead. Fuck him. So, yeah, people were talking shit about the new Star Wars movies, and Matt liked them. So, supposedly he flagged people for that. I don't know.
Matt didn't like the new Star Wars movies. They argued with him about that on the show.
Yeah.
Dex Luther, $2. How much for Ella to record my voicemail greeting in that phone operator voice?
Ooh.
Do you charge for voice acting work?
I don't.
It's official. Get on Fiverr.
If I did, that would go into cam girl territory, and that would not look good on my bank statement.
This is voice work. This is you could be the next Tara Strong.
I kind of want. That's always been like a possible career for me because I've always been really good at changing how I talk.
Yeah.
And it's also like when it comes to like the whole trans thing, it also kind of gives me a bit of a leg up because this isn't like I didn't train my voice to sound like a chick. This is like my natural speaking voice. So it's like it's not like a guy who's really good at voice acting.
Do you think transitioning earlier in life kept your voice where it is? Okay. Yeah, because
it's there's a lot of pluses to transitioning like younger, and I know that sounds really weird, but like for example, I've got a wide angle lens on my camera, so my hands look freaking huge, but in reality they really aren't. Like my hands are actually I'm pretty sure my hands are smaller than my mother's, and she's 5'4".
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'8". So it's like, for example, my feet and her feet are the same size, but my hands and feet look smaller in proportion to me. So it's like, it's weird, but if I'd have not transitioned so young, my hands would have gotten huge.
Huge.
And it's just pluses like that, you know.
Billy, you and I are on a stream with two midgets.
I am.
That's the one thing I remember, like you saying, Ben, is like, oh, you're really tall, and I'm like, no, you're just really
You were also wearing shoes that made you really tall too.
I'm like easily 6 even in heels.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed you being fairly tall as well, and I'm a tall boy.
Way taller than me. But yeah, I'm short.
I still love that
I
showing up
always
at
thought
VidCon.
was like way taller than he actually is. Okay, so I think I'm real.
Yeah.
And he was like 6'2", and his girlfriend was 5'8". And then I meet him in person, and he's like, "Oh, you are way taller than my girlfriend." And I'm like, "And you're way shorter than 6'2". The last time you two actually got measured.
Yeah, not me.
Ours or something. Is that how it works?
I loved showing up at VidCon because I sit behind my set, so I'm always sitting in my videos. And I've told people on the streams how tall I am, but they just didn't believe it. And I showed up at that party house that night, walked over, and people went, like I'm 6'3", 260 pounds. I'm not a small guy. I'm fucking big. This giant ass wizard walking around VidCon in full costume.
I think it's because most tall people don't do YouTube because they're out having like full lives.
So sex, yeah.
Yeah, they have tall people sex, they climb mountains, they win wars. Like they don't have time for this YouTube shit. So you see a lot of short people on YouTube.
Yeah, I come from pure Scandinavian blood, man. We did a Ancestry.com test where they swab your mouth and check your DNA. I've got literally no DNA outside of England, Scotland, and Scandinavia. I'm just pure Viking. I'm just pure Viking.
Are you allowed to brag about that? It's not like a...
Oh, wow.
Well,
I had white kids.
I bought this after that test. I was like, fucking Viking guys.
Hypothesis $5, and of course the reason priests can't marry is so the church could have control of their state, of their estate.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here's another question for Ella. Ella, does everyone tell you look like Lana Del Rey? You even have her same real last name.
Oh my god. There's a video I have, and it's like a screen recording of me going into Creator Studio and into the community tab where it's like the comments, and you can search through all the comments you've ever gotten. If you just search Lana, you just get like thousands of comments saying I've gotten Lana Del Rey. Like I even tried my hand at like online dating, and so far like 3 people have been like, Lana Del Rey, is that you? Yeah. Actually, even like there's a picture that I had. Okay, I don't know if this is the same for you two, but if someone straight up messages you first and says, "Oh, I recognize you from YouTube," that's like such a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. Right.
But there is a bit of a catch. One of the pictures I have is like a Polaroid picture of me, Bunty, Real, London, and Barbara for you to see. Mm-hmm. And it's like a group picture, and that's one of the pictures I have. And one of the guys was like, "Hey, is that Bunty?"
Wow.
thanks. And then I text Bunty at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh, thanks for getting me a date, Bunty. And that's
the goat king himself.
Let's see.
No, you do. You should in all your profiles. You should just put summertime sadness is my jam. You should just start trolling people.
I've been like binging. The one song that I haven't been able to stop listening to on loop, it's so bad, but it's so damn catchy, is Self Control by Laura Branigan.
Mr. Sixfig says, Ella, what's plugged into your outlet? I thought it was sexual, but then I noticed there is an outlet right there.
Oh, snap.
A light. So there's your answer. Fidel for $1. You are a very good transition. I couldn't tell. I feel really good for you.
Thank you so much.
How young were you when you started?
It's okay. This is a long story.
No,
So
go ahead.
usually I have like reservations about like kids coming out as trans, like super, super young.
Yeah.
And the other thing you have to know is that my mom's a pharmacist. So she's dealt with trans people for years and years and years, even like trans kids. So when I was a kid, I have Asperger's syndrome. So I learned how to speak really, really early. And like from when I was 1.5, I'd be like, oh, don't cut my hair. I want my hair to be like long and beautiful like my mom's and all that stuff. And I would wear like dresses and the dress up box at daycare. And whenever we went shoe shopping, I'd be like, oh, I want to get the pink ones. So my mom was like, this is not normal. I know like medically that this is weird. So we were living in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the time. I was like 3 or 4, I think. So I don't remember this, keep that in mind. And the specialist was like, oh, he'll probably just grow up to be gay. That's most likely. And I didn't remember that. So we kept it at home for years and years and years. And then when I was like 12 and a half, I learned what trans was. I saw it in the news and I'm like, yeah.
Bingo.
I was looking for this whole time. So I go to my mom and I feel like ordinarily when a kid who is like 12 and a half or 12 or 13 comes out as trans, should be skeptical.
Inches.
But it's because it had happened once before.
Yeah.
And then that's when we sort of, my mom was like, okay, do you know what? There's a pattern here. And that's when we like sort of seriously started pursuing it.
Nice. Now, do you still have Asperger's?
Yeah, that doesn't go away.
It was definitely more pronounced when I was younger. Like one of my most recent videos is actually, we did a radio documentary.
Yeah, she drank Jilly juice and it cured her Asperger's.
I don't know.
Yeah, like all the pink salt and like, I don't think that's salt she's putting in for Jilly juice. I think she's using meth. Like I think that's
bath salts.
Yeah, but it's like it was definitely more pronounced when I was younger.
Yeah, that does happen. I did read somewhere that like most young people will kind of just are more likely to just become homosexual as they get older. But that's not 100%. So it's good that you had somebody to recognize those, you know, those things and help you through it, because not a lot of people get that. Not a lot of people get that guidance. So I'm really glad for you.
You must like anime a lot then, Ella.
I'm sorry?
You must like anime a lot then, right?
Why?
Of course I do. I'm a degenerate.
Because you have the Aspie and the trans. That's like a double whammy for anime fans.
Good point.
It's like I used to like anime a lot because I used to be I tried.
You were an SJW, weren't you?
Yeah, I was a full-on SJW, but worse, I tried to be emo.
You tried to be emo?
Hard. I dyed my hair black. I got the emo haircut.
I love
I
it.
deleted all my music and replaced it with like Black Veil Brides and shit. Jeffree Star and like Blood on the Dance Floor. And then I was looking in the mirror like 4 days later, and I'm just like, what have I done?
Yeah, for some reason I want
4 days later.
I want to meet young emo Ella who loves AFI.
No, you don't.
Like,
I was like 60 pounds since then. It was not cute. I was like,
oh wow.
I mean, I'm still an alcoholic mess, but I was more of an alcoholic mess back then, and I got sent to rehab counseling when I was like 14.
I was sober for 16 years. Then I turned 16.
I remember how mad Ella was about not being able to buy cigarettes in Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they changed the age. yeah.
Do you want to hear? Okay, I know this is gonna sound really weird, but have you ever seen like Canadian cigarette packs?
Yeah.
And you know how they're like covered with warnings and shit? So
yes.
I also like to make like movies a lot. I've always made little movies with my friends, and American cigarette boxes look much better on camera. And mostly because, like, for example, like if you look at Camel packs or Marlboro packs, they're more like anonymous when it comes to things like time periods.
Yeah.
So like if you set a movie in the 1950s or the 1990s, you know, a pack of Marlboro Reds on the table will look the same. Canadian cigarette packs only have had warnings for like the last 20 years. So it's like when it comes to setting up a scene, they just look much better. They're a lot less distracting. And it's also like American cigarette packs, you know, you've got Virginia Slims and you've got, you know, you can have a guy smoking Pall Mall Reds, and it says a lot about the character. So I've always had like a collection of American cigarette boxes that I'll find here and there, you know, because some people order them online and I'll be like, oh my God, is that a box of Parliament Lights? This is going to sound so weird, but I'll straight up pick up these empty boxes and I'll put them on a shelf in my room because you never know when you're going to need them. And that's why I wanted to buy like a whole bunch of packs when I was in California.
Yeah, the one brand that has never changed their package since they came out was Lucky Strike.
Yeah,
they still look the same as they did in World War II. Like
the paper and like the soft box sort of.
I just remember. I remember you had this huge cigarette order though. You were trying to order like multiple packs of cigarettes, and they were just like.
Because I was thinking like, okay, so I've got a box of Marlboro Reds. I've got like, you know, this and this and this. So I'm just gonna be like, do you know what? Let's just go for it. Because here cigarettes are so expensive. It's like, I'm just trying to think roughly with the exchange rate, a really posh pack of cigarettes here will cost you like 17 or 18 Canadian dollars.
Yep.
In American dollars, that's probably like, it's a lot of money to spend on 20 cigarettes.
Oh yeah, the Savage Beard Berrien, the guy who co-hosts one of my live show and that I work with closely, he lives in Canada too. And he hates the fact that he has to spend $13, $14 on fucking cigarettes.
Well, he doesn't have to. He chooses to, right?
Well, yeah, I guess he could roll his own or quit, but...
Yeah, quit. It's the cheapest way to smoke. Not do it.
Mama didn't raise no quitter.
Okay, people are saying that my audio...
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Now I'm all fucked up on the screen.
Yeah, she was going out of sync.
Obladi.
She'll probably be back.
Oblada. Life goes on.
She should be able to just jump back into the call.
Yeah, we need her back.
Yeah, I'll take you guys down for a second here.
Isn't Dusty a beautiful bird?
Dusty's a beautiful bird.
Fuck. I'm trying to find...
Did you finish all the super chats and shit? You can finish that while she's coming back.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry, my computer is like totally freaking out right now, so I'm gonna restart it.
Yeah, no problem.
Somebody...
And I'll be back in a couple of minutes, y'all.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. Somebody named Derp Musquirt did a super chat and said, "Virginia Slims, isn't that Ben's brand? That's so fucked up."
What is? I don't
Virginia
get it.
Slims are like
grandma cigarettes.
Yeah,
or
they're the
right?
pussiest cigarette. So that might have been the most offensive thing I've heard anybody ever say.
I like Capris.
I smoke Capris.
You ever seen those? The really skinny ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then there's like the assholes that smoke cigarillos. Or
you ever smoke them like black
clove
cigarettes?
Oh yeah, they like crackle when you inhale.
Yuck.
Oh man, them things are fucking gross.
They're very sugary. They leave like a sugar taste on your lips.
And then there's like people out there who will smoke a marijuana cigarette.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's the devil's lettuce.
Goddamn delinquents.
Where's the because we're using a different channel. I forgot to set up the the Streamlabs for super chats. So I'm trying to find where you read them on your channel.
There's like a list. Creator Studio.
Okay, thanks for the tech support, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Creator Studio and then actually go to the live control room.
Okay.
Where the stream that, and then all the way down, it'll say super chat, open super chats on its own page. There'll be a link right below the pop out chat, and you can click that and open up a whole new tab with just your super chats.
Live control room. My mom would make me buy her Virginia Ultra Slims. I thought it said vagina.
Well, that's what people call Virginia Slims. They call them vagina slimes.
Really?
Vagina slimes. Yeah, that's how.
I'm
gross
just seeing
they are.
vagina. What can I say?
Oh yeah.
All right, so here's the super chats.
He also fed with Python Van Skyver, so to heck with him. I don't know. Matt is a piece of shit. He got famous for being flagged and will die being a flagged. He vehemently died.
Okay, I mean, seriously, though, you're just being edgy, whoever said that. I mean, yeah, he did something wrong.
Did
but
Matt get famous for being flagged?
I mean, he got more famous for being flagged.
But who flagged him?
I mean, he wasn't really famous is a weird term to use.
Well, yeah.
I'll just put this in until she comes back.
Maybe Matt thought he was making these other people more famous by flagging them because it worked for him. It got him clout, right?
One of Billy's troll questions.
Trollspiracy.
Yeah.
Metroid Man says, you guys are awesome. Love crazy people. Ba-bow. Veins of Melody says, who has the hostage? There's mad jingling in the background.
That was Dusty the Cockatiel.
Yep.
Metroid Man also says, Dusty is a beautiful bird.
Yes, absolutely.
Dragon
when
of
I
the
was
West.
a kid, we had a cockatiel that his name was. We had two actually, Cleo and Tweety, and Cleo would, because my dad would watch Andy Griffith's show. Cleo would learn the song and would sing the Andy Griffin Show song. Would sit there and whistle the Andy Griffin song. So that's my fond memory of cockatiel.
I had a guinea pig when I was a kid, but she would just have stillbirth babies all the time.
What the fuck?
I thought we were telling pet stories.
I got a ton of them. I used to work at PetSmart, man. We had some, here in Arkansas, we had some crazy people come in with crazy pets.
Dude, one time I saw, I think it was a hamster at a pet store, and it had a bunch of little babies, and they didn't even have the fur on anymore. This fucking female hamster was running on the wheel with one of its babies in its mouth, and another one fucking banging up against the fucking walls of the wheel from her running on the wheel. I'm like, wow, they are not preserving their species very well.
That's too metal.
You know, there's a disease that's only amongst hamsters. No other rodent gets it. It's called wet tail. And they literally, if they get this disease, they literally shit themselves until they die.
I don't know.
Terrible.
I think I might have wet
They
tail.
shit their organs out. Like they
What a
literally
benign,
shitting until
what a
blood and
benign
guts come
name for such a terrible disease.
Well,
it's wet tail. You got wet tail. What's going to happen? Is my tail going to get wet? No, you're going to shit yourself until you die.
Well, that's because shit till you die disease is pretty fucking
That's
horrible.
That's a way better name for it.
Shit till you die disease.
Yeah, when I worked at PetSmart when I was 16, some little girl and her mom come in and said, something's wrong with my hamster, and I opened up the little box, and this poor hamster was just in a box filled with his own shit. Just looked up at me and just went,
that's so sad.
You know?
That's so sad.
So we gave him a new hamster, and I took the one that, because there's no cure. So I put her in the freezer, because that's the humane thing to do, that she'll just go to sleep and die.
Really?
And I fucking forgot about the hamster. Like 2 days later, some other employee
You had a
went in there
hamster
and opened
sickle.
up the box, and this
Little shit
hamster's
stickle?
frozen, just fucking covered in frozen shit and blood. Just
That's
scared the
terrible.
shit out of her.
Dragon in the West says, good to see my buddy Magog on again. Quite interesting. Do you find out that Ella has Asperger's as an adult with Asperger's? Do you go out of it somewhat? You do go out of it somewhat? So as you age, the Asperger's settles?
Are you asking that, or is that a
That's what Dragon in the West said. He said, as an adult with Asperger's, you do go out of it somewhat. So Dragon in the West has Asperger's. Thank you, Dragon the
We're
West.
gonna while we're waiting for Ella to come back, we're gonna do a new segment. We call it Crapshoot. Crapshoot. That's the intro.
Nice.
To it. Da 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 da. It's time to pick the more shitty place. Crapshoot.
Crapshoot. You guys need to take that video of Ben doing that and do fucking vaporwave effects on it.
So I'm going to name the headline of a story, and then I'm going to give you two possible places.
All right.
And you pick.
It's a crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot.
All right.
So, rattlesnake removed from family's garage, Florida or Australia?
Florida.
Oh, man.
They don't got rattlesnakes in Australia, do they? It's a Florida story.
I'm sure they do. Crikey. I'm gonna say Florida because I want to say it's Australia, so I'm gonna switch it on switcheroo.
I'm back. My computer was being a degenerate.
I really would have to look that up because I don't know if.
Well, we can't look it up.
Yeah,
the whole point is to guess.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
We're supposed to guess. Now, Ella, here's the question.
Florida, okay.
What about Ella? We gotta ask Ella.
All right, so I'm going to read the headline, and you pick which place you think it came from. Rattlesnake removed from family's garage, Florida or Australia?
Florida.
All right, everyone says Florida. Everyone's wrong. It's Australia.
Really? Australia has rattlesnakes.
Of course they do.
But they're on a list of more deadly shit from Australia.
How about this one? Herd of cows chases down fleeing suspect, Florida or India?
Oh, that's
India.
Florida.
Dusty says Florida.
It is.
Yeah, that's Florida.
It's Florida. It's Florida.
I saw the
absolutely.
video.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you not see the video? Like the helicopter had like the night vision on, so you see all these cows, right? And the girl who hijacked the car, she crashed the car, jumped out, and you can see her little form running. She jumped that fence, and these cows just was like, "Get her!" They just started running after her. That shit was so fucking funny, dude. Oh man, you gotta look that video up. That shit's funny.
Yeah, I think the next time we do this segment, if it's a video, we'll play it. Well, actually, we'll play it after you guys guess, though, because obviously it'll give it away otherwise. Escaped camel runs loose through city. Israel or China?
Israel.
China.
China has horrible zoos, so I'm gonna say China.
I've been to the Beijing Zoo. I can vouch
Oh,
for
wow.
that. It's depressing.
Dusty says China.
China is the right answer.
I'm 0 for whatever we've done now.
I need
I'm 0 for 3.
I need to look up like generic game show sounds, so like I can play like the boo 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 boo, and then like the stupid music that they play. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Google like game show soundboard or something and
Yeah.
have it no.
Police find 260 pounds of weed hidden in a truckload of lettuce. Arizona or Indiana?
Arizona.
Ooh.
Dusty says Indiana.
I'm gonna say Arizona. I'm gonna go with Billy.
Yeah.
The answer's Indiana.
Oh shit.
Don't go with me. I haven't got one right yet. Holy shit.
That's too resourceful for Arizona. That's like the only
Yeah.
resourcefulness that you would find in the Midwest.
It's true. It's true. I grew up in Ohio, and they would do the same thing. Absolutely. Arizona's too spread out. So
yeah, I guess so. I should have thought about geography.
Damn it.
I've driven all the way across to Arizona a few times. It's just it's beautiful in its own way, though.
Right.
It's like
Southwest. Yeah.
yeah.
It's nice, but it sucks.
Did you do the routes? Did you do the old highway, Route 66?
I rode some of the way on there. Like I kind of took a detour. I used to live in Albuquerque, and Route 66 goes through there too.
Did you take a wrong left turn?
Yeah, I took a wrong left turn and ended up living there.
Got him.
Let's see. Retiree mounts 11 phones to bicycle to play Pokemon Go. Billy the Fridge. No. USA or Taiwan?
Dude, I know this one. It's Taiwan.
It's actually USA.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
What the
I'm
hell
gonna
are
need these
you guys
stories
doing
for
down
reference.
there?
He plays Pokemon Go.
Every day.
Yeah, you
work
like
on my phone. I downloaded it to see what all the fuss was about, and it won't work on my phone.
Huh?
My phone's like 8 years old, so it's like
okay.
an old. It's like so old it doesn't know how to use the camera to actually make the little, like walk around with the camera on. It doesn't work.
Most people keep that off anyway.
I was at summer camp the week that Pokemon Go came out, and it was just like insanity. Like over lunch hour, they would like send a supervisor to take like the posse of kids to go hunt, because like the camp was at a college in Alberta, and you would stay in like res at the college. And I remember like after every meal, they would take like, oh, okay, who wants to go poke for some Pokemon or something, and just like this flock of kids would go. And I remember our room was on the ground floor of like the dorms, and our window was open, and it's like 2:00 in the morning, and some guy's like right outside the window. And he's like, "Oh my God, slow down! I think I found a Magikarp."
It's serious business. You need 400 candy to make a Gyarados.
Passengers on leaky train use umbrellas to deflect rain. The Philippines or South Africa?
Philippines.
I'd say the Philippines.
It's the Philippines.
I got one!
A lot of rain in the Philippines. Not so much maybe in South Africa. Maybe
I
not.
got one.
I just
Does it even rain in South Africa?
Yeah, the rain's down in Africa.
Yeah, it's
not
coastal.
Yeah,
and
it's coastal.
And it's in the southern hemisphere. It gets reasonably cold in South Africa.
Is Dusty the beautiful bird filleting himself right now?
No, he's trying to pull his toy through the top of his cage.
Oh, okay.
Displaced bees swarm pumps at gas station. So, someone took down some bees' nests, so the bees decided to attack people at the pumps of a gas station. Michigan or Ohio?
I'm going to go with Michigan, because I know you're a happy boy that hates Michigan. This is a Michigan thing.
Yeah, I would say Michigan.
I'll say Michigan, too.
Michigan. And this one, I wanted to make sure you got at least one right, Billy. So, man finds mountain lion under SUV. Montana or Louisiana?
Montana.
Louisiana.
Gotta be Montana. Montana, come on.
Okay, you're wrong.
Damn it.
It's Montana.
Oh.
You got mountain lions in Louisiana.
Montana has mountain practically in its name.
I thought it was a trick question. I thought you were doing that to trick me. I thought you were setting me up. You're like, I got one right, Billy. You're gonna get this one right.
It's
so I was like, he's fucking tricking me.
You're up to bat, and the pitcher throws you like a rainbow underhand pitch, and you're like, I thought it was gonna turn into a fastball.
I would have thought. I was like, oh, is he doing a curveball? So I switch it up for the curve, and then I strike out.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Look, dude, I thought there was like an escaped mountain lion from the zoo or something in Louisiana, and that's why you're trying to get me.
I need to edit this for now because the X-Files people are assholes. I have to play a silent version of this intro. Yeah, it doesn't have the same effect, does it? Thanks, YouTube, you assholes. We use the X-Files. We use the X-Files music for years, and it never was a problem, and now all of a sudden it is. So there we go.
Just pitch it down.
That worked so well. I'm going to watch it on the stream right now really quick. Oh, shit, it's too far behind.
Good.
All right. All right. I don't even know how to set this one up. I'm just going to play it.
It's just some crazy people. Oh, God. Just say Mild Bill.
By the way, this guy claims that he tried to cross the Canadian border and they wouldn't let him in because he had hate speech on his iPad or whatever.
What?
That's what he claims.
They fucking know.
I don't think okay, I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There's no evidence that it actually happened.
Election day is rolling around.
Yeah, like I've crossed the border so many times and they've never like wanted to look through my private shit, really. I mean, they might like open your bag and look in it, but they're not going to like rummage through your devices and shit. I don't know.
And again, the day when we finally get to punch a button and hopefully...
What probably happened was he said something stupid and they were like, oh, yeah, we're not going to let you in now because you're an idiot. Because they don't have to let you in, you know? So...
Make a difference. And we will hear the usual war cries. This is the most important election of our lives. Yeah, whatever floats your rubber ducky. But I don't...
Yeah, but don't they say that every time? Don't they say every election is the most important one? It's just hyperbole, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, the elections aren't important once they've already happened. So the most important one is the next one. It always is the next one.
Expect to see any election.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is more important than the defeat of Hillary Clinton in 2016.
Dick.
But you know what?
This must be an old one.
2018 midterms.
Oh, no.
Talking about the midterms, but saying nothing's more important than that one.
The new darlings of the Democrats are pedophiles.
Everyone loves the pedo angle now. That's everybody's go-to insult. Just accuse someone of being a pedo.
You know?
Yeah. Well, they've been, you know, the other side adopted Nazi. So, is it a big surprise that the other side would adopt an extreme word as that? To
I would say,
now we're
regardless,
just yelling at each other and calling each other names. It's like the schoolyard.
Once I see pedo or Nazi or cuck dropped in an argument, I'm like, I'm out of there.
I would say, regardless of sides, they both use the pedo thing now. Everybody does. Everybody uses that now.
Yeah.
You know?
It is a strange one, though. I think where they got it from was all the, like, I remember the, like, what is it, Slate article, or was it Slate or HuffPo, one of those two, where they were like, I'm a pedophile, but I'm not a monster. You know, and things like that. Yeah, you're going to get some backlash.
Well, they're not even called pedophiles anymore. It's politically correct to call them MAPs.
Yeah.
Minor attracted persons.
Person. Yep.
Yeah, no.
Which I use a service on my phone called Google Maps, and I'm worried that's going to get me in trouble.
Do not get that confused with the new politically correct term for serial killers. They are
damn.
murder attracted persons.
How are your surgical scars healing, Ben? Hernias aren't fun. I was born with one.
Oh, that's terrible.
They're doing all right. Like my fucking belly button is all like scabby and nasty from getting cut up there. But other than that, the other ones are just kind of sore. Like if you press down on them, they hurt. But you know, it was that what is it? What do they call that type of surgery? Laparoscopic?
That's where the lithroscopic? I think that's where they,
however they say it.
They cut the little holes.
Yeah.
And put
I have 4 puncture wounds. Well, the belly button one, they had to slice that one because that's where my hernia was like poking through. So, yeah, fucking terrible. Hernias are terrible. Thanks for checking up on me. Thanks for that too, by the way, because I still, even though I have insurance, I still got a bill. I'm gonna get 3 of them, and the first one was over $1,000, so I appreciate that.
Damn.
Yeah, you get 3 bills. You get one from the surgeon, the hospital, and the anesthesiologist.
Child molesters.
Bullshit.
The LGBT Democrats have added a new letter to their unholy alphabet. They've added a P for, get this, pedosexuals. And they're ramping up to normalize child sex just like they did with homosexual marriage.
Nobody is normalizing this. I hate when they try to pretend like people are trying to normalize pedophilia. No. I mean, of course there's going to be somebody. You take any idea out there, any type of thing out there, the people who are into it are going to try to normalize it. But
well, which is surprising that it's not normalized considering how many pedos are in power.
Think about it, people.
Dude, too bad you know what? I'm gonna get some live crickets and keep them as pets in here. So when you tell those, yeah, dude, that was hilarious. You told that joke, and Chris Raygun was like, that we literally heard crickets during that joke
because there were actual crickets outside by the pool. And I was like, "Fuck you!"
I laughed so hard I fucking cried at that.
Because he got me good, dude. He got me real good. I felt wrecked. I was like, this must be what MundaneMatt feels like all the time.
Wow.
The Democrats want child molesting as part of their platform. There's
No, they
other way to
don't.
put it.
Who wants that as part of their...
One of the biggest problems in America.
If they wanted that, they go, you're right, Wild Bill, we do. Why would they keep it a
more
secret?
Extreme on that side wanted to add the P, but I don't think they're going for it.
Exactly. Because a few people agreed with doing it, they just say,
NAMBLA was part of the
you always
LGBTQ
bring this
movement
up.
until 1994.
You believe in Pizzagate and shit, too.
I'm just saying, dude, they were part of it until 1994, and then they realized that they if they want to be taken serious with America, they had to kick the boy lovers out. And now they want to bring them back in because they're like...
They don't want to bring them back
You
in.
don't
That's
think
a
so?
false narrative. No.
Some do.
Yeah, some. The minority. A very small minority.
Which actually a very small minority works sometimes for
Less
the
than
boy
half
lovers.
ever bother to vote. Well...
Oh, there's crickets, dude. Do you hear them in the background of Wild Bill's video?
If preventing the wholesale rape of children won't motivate you to get
Those
up
aren't
off
crickets.
the couch...
Oh, okay. They're like cicadas or something.
Yeah, they're cicadas.
Yeah.
to vote for decency
Damn it, don't
in
ruin my
America,
joke.
then in my opinion, you're not worth feeding to the pigs. This is the perfect storm of good versus evil. When Barack Obama opened Pandora's box of sexual perversion, it launched...
I just want to let everybody fuck kids. Why don't you do it?
And I was born in Nigeria.
Yeah. By the
Obama
way...
said some stupid shit, but I don't think he ever said that.
No,
Look.
he didn't. That's ridiculous.
I just wish Omarosa would have released the tape of Obama saying he wants everybody to fuck kids and he was born in Nigeria. Instead, she's focused on this Donald Trump N-word tape and she's tearing down a good man. It's preposterous.
an aggressive, militant cancer on the USA, and now, believe it or not, they're coming for our children. Will America go to the polls to defend her children? I honestly don't know. I'm going to keep it simple. The Democrat Party is the face of evil in America, and every 2 years, we get to go to the polls to punch them in the face with our votes. And it sure was fun the last time. Voting is not a chore.
Okay, was it fun the time before that? I mean...
He's not wrong, though.
Magog's like, fuck them Dems. Those kid fucking Democrats.
No, I mean, he really isn't. I mean, the win, Donald Trump's win, was proof that the Democrat Party needs to restructure.
Well,
it is not doing well.
It's proof
It
that
is
they
not doing
ran...
well at all.
It's proof that they ran the wrong person, for one thing,
Yeah.
especially after evidence came out that they suppressed the person and everybody actually wanted to run. And then she didn't campaign properly in states that she needed. She got more votes. She just didn't win the states she was supposed to win, and that's why she lost. So they ran someone who was more unlikable than Donald Trump, and that's how they lost.
And when it comes down
It was
to...
the Russians.
Oh, what? The Russians may have influenced a few people, but that's the extent of it. It wasn't... I like it how there's evidence that Russia, like, did things on social media to influence elections, and people
they
stretch
bought
that...
Facebook ads.
Right, and people stretch that to Russia manipulated votes.
Well, it
People
was,
believe that
It was
shit.
right before the election that it was the all the information was released that Hillary, or not Hillary, but the DNC supported Hillary, even though Bernie was in the lead everywhere, right? Like that
Not everywhere, but
considerably. Those were
He
the
was
leaks
actually
against
doing,
Hillary.
I think they ran her because he was actually doing worse than her in like the Rust Belt and in Florida. Like
He was?
his whole like socialism talk did not work in Florida because you got a bunch of Cubans that literally fled socialism.
True.
That did not like him. You're going to try to convince Cubans to vote for you on a platform of socialism? Call it democratic socialism if you want. It doesn't matter. To the Cubans, they're like, "Fuck you, Castro."
Yeah, Cubans. Yeah, but Cubans in Florida, a lot of them are going to vote Republican anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're Catholics and they're
Yeah. So. Oh, by the way, guy who's spamming the chat about me being Billy's prisoner and wanting to know if I'm safe. I'm safe. You can stop spamming the fucking chat now. You can stop.
But Ella isn't safe.
Is there something I don't know?
I mean,
let's watch this. This is Rick Joyner's tale of teleportation.
Pray for me to get Philip's anointing, so I can, when I'm supposed to go somewhere, I just get zapped there, translated there, and by the way, I have done that one time. That has happened to me one time.
By the way, one time.
One time he was teleported.
He was one time though. Okay. By the way, if I was teleported, it wouldn't be a by the way moment. It would be the fucking video title. It would be every video. Actually, my whole channel would be talking about the time I was teleported. This guy's a fucking liar.
I don't have time to get into it now, but I'll tell you about it sometime. But I really got physically translated.
Fuck this guy. I don't have time to get into the time I was teleported.
I'm going to make a video about it, but I'm not actually going to tell you about it.
Yeah, this is the biggest load of bullshit, because if you were actually fucking teleported, you wouldn't just bring it up in passing. You wouldn't just name drop your teleportation. You would tell us the entire fucking thing.
Low Energy Video says it's Hammond from Jurassic Park.
For real. He was teleported to Jurassic Park. That's how the dinosaurs got there.
Did you say Jurassic Pork?
Jurassic Pork. It was what? It's a good movie.
With my car, and was zapped right to a place, and there's no way physically, it was physically impossible for that to have happened otherwise. I went somewhere that would have taken 2 hours by travel. I was there instantly, and so anyway, I didn't even tell anybody about that for years because I thought no one would believe me. And I was praying the Lord keep doing it, you know.
I was on the train.
He is going to be doing that.
And I closed my eyes, and 2 hours later, I was 2 hours away.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened. Fuck this guy.
He showed me that in the days to come, we were going to be able to be translated by faith.
Translated by faith?
That happened. I wasn't expecting it. It is shocking.
Does he mean transported?
I'm not sure.
Translated?
Shocked me.
By faith?
When it happened. I mean, I was just dumbfounded. I knew it had to be God, and I knew it was what had happened, but it was still shocking. But he showed me that in the days to come, we were going to be translated by faith.
Translated by faith.
We would pray and say, Lord, I need to be there right now.
Translated? That's not translating. Translating is when you speak a language and someone says what you said in another language.
Maybe he doesn't know words, and that's why he said he was actually teleported, because he meant like teleported meant he took a nap or something, because he doesn't know the actual fucking words. I don't like this guy at all, but
you like his hat?
I like him better than Mild Bill. He's got a better hat than Mild Bill.
I like the idea of him like being in like in California or something, you know, like, and he's in like a gay club or something, and he's like, "Oh Jesus, get me out of here!" And then it's just like, cannot fast travel with enemies nearby. like fucking Skyrim message pops up.
Yeah.
And boom, we would be there. I think some are doing that now.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but I'm making a video about it. But
I'm not.
I can get translated, and when what? Okay.
Ella, do you know anything about being translated? It's a big no.
Yeah.
Don't think that Hillary Clinton really is going to jail. If you really...
What'd you say?
She's Donald.
She's Donald colored?
She is.
Little. That doesn't even look like a tan. She just looks like she rolled around in the dirt.
Yeah. Her skin tone it matches her shirt that she's wearing, though.
It does.
Yeah.
At this point, then your head is fully in the sand, because
both
Q has been
colors.
posting about the Clinton
His
Foundation.
bitch skin color is salmon.
Q has been posting about Clinton Foundation and insinuating Clinton Foundation is a front for child sex trafficking, which it is, and that they're involved in trafficking kids from Haiti. And Q also trolled the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation by posting the human trafficking hotline that, by the way, Chelsea Clinton had tweeted about in a tweet where she was making fun of Pizzagate. So anyways, Q posted this, and the reason why I believe Q posted this.
So we're just hearing this a lot from the people who are like really far out there, that there's child sex trafficking going on, and people like Hillary Clinton are directly involved in it. It's really bizarre.
Well, what pisses me off is it's always the low intelligence people that are calling everybody like blood-sucking pedophiles. They're playing to the low intelligent base, but then I feel like the blood-sucking pedophiles would have to be high intelligence in order to get away with it. So I'm questioning myself on each end. I'm like, maybe the stupid people are the ones singing about it because the smart ones know how to hide it. I don't know anymore. Pizzagate's delicious.
You haven't had any pizza in a while.
I haven't had pizza in a long time. This keto diet's got me having no pizza.
Well,
highly inappropriate.
Don't think about it too hard. You'll get an aneurysm.
I mean, like, you are noticeably smaller, though. Like, I saw a picture of you the other day, and I was like, holy shit. There's a picture you took, like, by the side of a road.
Yeah, I was on the Oregon coast.
Yeah. You look, like, way smaller.
I was, because I used to be the
like
fattest man.
That thing you're wearing now, you used to be, like, exploding out of that shit.
Yeah.
And now it's all baggy.
Yeah, there's holes in it where my nipples dug through. In my fat days, I'm still like fat as fuck. Like I'm still like, I'm a ham planet is what they call it. I guess that's the medical term. But I was around 600 pounds. I would have had the dopest my 600-pound life. Like,
dude,
an episode of that would have been.
You almost became the spokesman for the Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah, the owner of the Heart Attack Grill was like my last two spokesmen died of heart attacks.
Yeah. The owner of the Heart Attack Grill must have like a bat phone at his house, and when because there's a scale outside, right?
Yeah.
And he stepped on the fucking scale, and it registered him how much?
578.
578. All of a sudden, the owner of the Heart Attack Grill shows up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I got another one.
I got a fat one on the hook.
And they offer you free food for life, is what happens.
Yeah. I was tempted by the fruit of a
You
mother.
might be dead now, dude.
I would.
What happens if you lose a lot of weight? Are you
fired.
Are you not gonna be Billy the fridge anymore? Are you gonna have to be like Billy the beer cooler?
I'm gonna be
like
Billy the infected
The
cunt.
mini fridge. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. I will fix this for now until she returns.
I'm gonna be Billy the waffle iron.
The waffle iron.
The waffle iron.
Billy the waffle iron. No, I'll always be Billy the fridge because I'm gonna start lifting weights. I'm gonna look like John Cena. Bet,
dude. We gotta. Are you back?
Me?
Yeah. You were gone for a minute.
It literally just force quit on me. It does not like me.
We missed you.
Is my video back on?
No, your video's not back on. You might have to close it and open it, like turn it off and back on again.
Again? Oh my god. Okay, let's try this one more time. Nope, okay.
The free speech stud
bangs
a pita, cheesy pita.
A
cheesy pita pizza.
Dude, someone went into the future.
Boomer Genocide in the chat says Billy the cheap air conditioner.
Huh?
Dick.
Yeah, I see Boomer Genocide in Tonka's chat a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. Someone went into the future and found a video G-Man made in the future.
Was it that teleport guy?
Maybe.
He teleported to the future?
It might be him.
But why not God? Why not? I'll tell you why not. Because God is a symbol of authority. And when I come on the scene and I tell you about God, I'm telling you that...
What about this creepy music? Holy shit.
This is just creepy.
I'm holding some form of authority over you. Okay? And see, evolution is not going to do anything. My prayers will cause something to move from its situation.
Situation?
Oh no! Oh, it hurts!
Damn it!
Oh, damn.
Ben's hernia is popping from future
it's
G-Man's
popping through
useless
again.
situation.
Holy shit. I tried to
Holy
hold
shit.
back the heavy laughter. Oh, my God. Fuck.
Or evolve into something else faster than evolution will. My prayers will do it faster. It happens every day. I pray for people and their attitude changes.
This sounds like black magic or something. I don't know.
I'll tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like I found myself a new religion. I'm all on board for this. I can pray and I can beat out millions of years of evolution just by prayer. That's far more effective. Like,
Prayer.
why don't scientists focus on this?
On prayer.
Yeah.
Scientists should be praying right now, man. We'd probably be like living on other planets by now.
Holy shit. We'd have a Space Force in 1976 before Star Wars came out.
Hey, I pray for people and they leave me alone. Okay? I pray for people and they get better. They get healed of their flu or their cancer or whatever it may be.
Oh, he prays and heals cancer. I didn't realize he had the power to heal cancer. This is
Sounds like the girl from the jelly juice thing. That's all I'm getting from him.
Yeah.
Some evolution right there that works.
This is Jerry juice.
That's some belief in something right there that works.
Why doesn't he pray for a camera that wasn't built in 1971?
I don't get the creepy music. Why play creepy music when you're trying to
Because
convince
this is
people?
Exorcist bells in the background.
Yeah.
This is just how life is in the future. There's just black and white cameras and creepy music, okay? That's a future we have to learn to live with because it's going to be ours. And prayer in the future is like Uber. Uber for things you want. Fuck calling a car. I'm just going to pray for a car to show up. What
you pray to your phone.
I'm going to pray to... Oh, dude, we should have a prayer app. We should get a prayer app, and every time somebody prays, we charge them 50 cents to get it directly to God.
You want to be God's middleman.
Yes! Why is this not a thing yet?
I mean, it is.
You know what's scary is Billy's literally onto something that would make him millions.
Let's do it.
Direct to God. Prayer system. What should we call it?
I mean, they already do that with, like, televangelists do that shit. They're like, call in for a prayer with, and people call in and donate money, and they pray for them on TV.
P-R-A-Y-R. Prayer. 2 R's.
Why not just P-R-Y-R? Just take all the vowels out.
P-R-Y-R? Because people are going to think it's a Richard Pryor app.
What?
They would?
Yeah.
Who the fuck would make a Richard Pryor app?
That might be my second app. He's hella funny.
He's been dead for a long time.
Which means I could use his likeness without getting sued.
No, that doesn't. Someone owns his likeness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to rethink this prayer app.
All right. We're going to move on.
Hi folks, good to be with you today. We're at Hyde Park and this wonderful...
Hyde Park is like the Central Park of London, basically.
What is that thing there in the red sweater?
Yeah, he's that one Hobbit.
This is Hush Limbaugh?
Sam Weiss.
This guy, what's your name, bro? Solomon is debating me.
This is the only time the man in the glasses has ever looked manly. It's when he stands next to this
you can't even hear what they're saying.
human.
It's too loud there. Fuck this video. I'm gonna move on. Oh man. So here's another segment, but we don't have an intro for it. It's a Drunken Stupor. Watch drunk people fall down. Do. Yeah.
Drunken Stupor.
Yeah.
The production of your show has really increased since the last time I was on.
Well, we added a bunch of new segments, and we don't have intros, and I can't animate or anything like that. Maybe I'll try my hand at it. We'll just laugh at how terrible it is.
Nice.
Actually, before we do that, though, I think a few more super chats came in. So, oh shit.
Ben pulls up Google and it's just like how to milk a dog.
No. It was the game show soundboard that I pulled up earlier. But we already did the game show thing, so
come on, Al Franken.
Al Franken.
Dusty just shit on his hand.
All right. Hey Billy, can you read the ones that you've already?
Juggernaut Demon says, "Sure, buddy. Calling people edgy is the new way of just dismissing them. He's been doing this for a long, long time. He only showed the first page.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Flesh, I guess, said, give us 20 secs. Sweet. Derp McSquirt says, gross, I'm eating orange chicken. Thank you. Silana Maxwell says, oh God, she is talking about Q. My grandfather believes that shit. Q is a man who claims to work for the government, and he's leaking top secret files. Interesting. And Ultor says, prior with the hard R. Hey, Billy.
Oh, I think the Juggernaut demon is talking about MundaneMatt. I don't remember who called who edgy, but sure, whatever. I mean,
yeah, I think it was that second super chat that you read. You called him edgy, and then he answered back.
Oh, I see.
Edgy Reggie.
It's the same guy. You called him edgy, and
okay.
His response to that, yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. You are trying to be edgy.
It's okay, Juggernaut Demon. I agree with you and everything you say about Matt. I like Matt.
I dismiss you by calling you edgy. Thank you for your money.
Lord Magog, think of traveling to another realm soon for vacation? Any suggestions?
I can't make any fucking suggestions off the top of my head because I'm fucking busy.
Alice is nice
come
and
out
Canada.
to Arkansas once the village is built. And
Go to
come
Canada.
drink with me at the medieval village.
I want to come to that. I saw the heavy machinery you're using.
Oh yeah, the land's getting cleared right now.
That's awesome.
Yep. I'll be building the studio next, and then after the studio, I'm going to move up there, and then after that, I'm going to be building the medieval village to film the whole sitcom on.
Nice.
So do you have a lot of carpentry experience or something, or?
No, I'm just kind of helping with a lot of the brush hogging, but we hired a guy to take down the trees. I wasn't going to do that on my own. It would take me forever, but he got a bulldozer. He's got, a cat, and he could take them fucking thing. He cleared about half an acre in like the first 45 minutes. I mean, just ripping them out.
What about as far as like the buildings, like the structures you're going to build?
No, that's just going to be a steel building. I'm going to hire a company to erect it. So.
Yeah,
they just bolt together, man. I'm not building like a proper house. It's just going to steel building that I'm going to put a little apartment inside, and the rest of it's going to be a big open space for a studio. So
that's awesome.
It's going to be pretty rad when it's all done.
Yeah.
You guys are always more than welcome to come on down to Arkansas and chill and drink and shoot guns with me at Morskar Studios.
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
It's the only reason I've ever wanted to go to Arkansas, honestly.
I want to go because Boogie lives out there too. I'm going to go touch
Boog
bellies
lives up
with
north,
him.
about 2 hours from me.
Yeah.
He lives up in, I think, Fayetteville area. So
yeah.
That'd be the ultimate crossover. You get Boogie to play a character on your sitcom, your Magog sitcom.
That would be cool. I need to get a hold of him because he lives so close by.
That'd be fucking awesome. All right, so let's see what this is. Best drunk. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. Let's see.
Drunken Stupor.
Beautiful bird, beautiful bird.
Oh shit!
Oh god! What the fuck happened?
Did someone just drive into the wall? I see a car back there. Yeah, they drove into the corner. This guy didn't even spill his drink. Kudos.
I worked at a liquor store. That would literally be like my worst nightmare.
That looks scary as hell. He's like, look, what happened? It's like, yeah, we see it. Oh, look at this.
Hello. What a tit!
My name is John. I have been spoken to. Thank you.
Honey.
Honey.
What's the toilet? You've got donut all over your face.
Oh no!
Oh, fail! No!
Oh, she don't give a fuck. No!
I'm gonna catwalk back into this.
3, 2, 1, go!
Damn.
Shit!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh!
Oh shit!
I give her a 9 out of 10 for that jump. That was beautiful.
She was airborne.
She gave a fuck too. She didn't half-ass. She gave
it
her all. She just didn't have it. She just didn't have it in her, but she tried to. Like, that's beautiful. That's the type of human being that like, they can't run the world, but they should at least aspire to do so.
Ow.
Oh, damn.
Damn her. Yeah, like lacy panties right there.
Right?
Oh
no.
Sorry, have a good night.
Picking a wedgie.
Like, where is our shit? Like, where is our shit? Like, what are you trying to tell us about it? Like, why is it? Like, what are you trying to say? To help us about it. What are you trying to fucking say? Why do you have to call the cops to help us find our phone?
So they're trying to find their phone, and they're like harassing these people in their backyard. Apparently.
What are you fucking trying to say?
That's not where we're calling the cops.
We've tried to help you guys several times. God damn it!
Holy shit!
Damn.
That's quite a fall right there.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Let's see.
We've tried to help you guys several times. God damn it!
God damn it!
I like how he's just like, God damn it!
Yeah, it's
No,
like now
I
you're
think just jumping into that sign is still like the best.
Yeah, she killed it.
Dude!
Now your brains are splattered all over my driveway.
God damn it! I'm gonna have to sweep that up.
Oh damn! Yeah, drunk chicks acting dumb.
Why did she just?
Nothing is beating that sign jumper.
There's quite a few on here.
I want to be blown away.
Is there another thing that's gonna happen?
I should hope so. This gentleman in the background is loving every moment of this.
It wasn't that great. Oh god, this is gonna be great. Oh, I saw someone sliding down a rail. This is gonna be great. Don't slide down railings when you're drunk.
Oh, I've seen
No, do it.
Oh no.
Oh!
The best part is her mom just going, Annie, don't fall.
Ouch.
Oh, here she comes. Oh my god.
Oh!
She spilled the beer.
Alcohol abuse.
Oh no.
She's going down. Going down.
Why are so many people hanging out in stairwells when they're wasted?
That's the place to be when you're drunk. Because you can't
Stairwell.
walk all the way up them, right? You're like, fuck this, I stop.
This must be in Seattle or something.
12s.
Yep.
Yeah, go 12s.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't care. Why is 12 everywhere?
It's because of 12s. Go 12s.
12.
Seahawks rule.
It's by
Go
far
Hawks.
the best.
Go Hawks.
What is this girl listening to in her own mind? Somewhere in her mind, she has got the best song ever sung.
Yeah, there's no music playing.
In her heart, don't shame her.
She's the world's shittiest mime.
She might be an alien. She might be hearing an alien frequency right now.
She's getting ready to transport. I'm sorry, translate.
Translate.
Damn it.
I guess there is music.
I guess.
Oh, what?
Hey, this is
what?
What the? Oh, yes, she might beat the sign jumper. She might beat the sign jumper. Holy shit, that was amazing. She went for the fucking cart or the somersault at the top of the stairs.
You were thinking she was attractive. I could tell by the way you were.
She was not thinking. She is attractive.
All right, let's do it in slow mo.
Let's watch this somersault down the stairs. Like, what genius thinks of this? Oh, I love her so much. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was amazing.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I'm going to go to the bathroom and fap.
No.
This should be on YouTube tonight. Oh my god! So this is going to be on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, she fell a little bit while dancing. Whatever. Oh God, what is this?
Oh no. Wedding fails. Wedding fails. She got drunk at her own wedding.
Did she get bukkakied? What the fuck is this?
Dress.
Oh no, I'm tired of this wedding shit. Alright, whatever. Yeah, so, how much time do we have left? We're almost done. We're going to go into the post show after this, after we're done here. Check out me and Billy on the post show. If you're not a $10 patron or above, you can become one and still catch the post show with me and Billy. We interact with the audience and everything on Discord, so you can come check that out. You can either do that or sponsor the channel. If you go to the channel and sponsor it, you get into the post show as well. But you have to go over to our main channel and do that. Oh yeah, they're not called sponsors anymore. They're called members. So go to our main channel and click join if you want to see it. What'd you say, Magog?
Is that the new thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when they roll that out, like, is that for every channel or is that still on YouTube gaming only?
Originally it was gaming only, and then they started giving it to other channels. So Drunken Peasants got it a few months ago, but we're forced to stream on our alt channel right now.
Right.
So we have to wait probably about 2 more months before we get it streaming back.
That sucks. You guys couldn't appeal it?
We appealed it. It got... See, what it was, it wasn't a strike, and it wasn't a DMCA. It was... Someone did a content ID match and decided to block the video worldwide, and when they do a global block, it takes away your streaming for 90 days now. And they do that for these channels that like play Family Guy all day, like just play copyrighted stuff unedited all day. But it hit us. It was CBS that got us. We played 50 seconds of a Seventh Heaven episode. On a private video, a video that had been private for over a year. So
they can just take your streaming away without even giving you a community strike. That's fucking great.
Yep. That's what happened.
I love YouTube for a lot of reasons, but I don't like the fact that the future of YouTube is dead. Right? Like everything we loved about it is slowly dying. It's not what I fell in love with initially, and it kills me. I look at all the changes they're making, all the different ways people are getting demonetized, getting buried, what's being allowed in place of it, and it's so demotivating as a creator. Like, where's the next platform, guys? Where can we take this?
If you guys want to send in any more Streamlabs or Super Chats between now and the next 14 minutes, feel free to do that, and we'll read them, and then we're going to end the show, and Billy and I are going to do the post show after that. We'll talk to you guys in Discord.
You guys, because you guys live stream, you haven't made the move over to BitChute. I think BitChute has some promise.
Does it have the base, though?
The guy who owns BitChute on my channel for an interview, and I'm going to talk to him about some stuff.
Is BitChute like hip with the kids? That's why I want to know what the next hip thing is with the kids.
I don't know, man. I'm willing to give it a shot because of how they structured it. Like YouTube has to buy like servers. They have to have entire server farms. It's a huge overhead, millions of dollars. BitChute kind of runs like a torrent based. So like when you play a video on the site, it pulls the information from all over the cloud. And so it's a lot cheaper overhead. And I think that's going to be the future for video platforms, period. So I'm willing to give them a shot. And they've definitely got to boost the numbers since they're the only ones that'll host Alex Jones and InfoWars after they got kicked off everything else. So a lot of their fans moved over there.
Can Dusty the Cockatiel tell Dusty the Cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird?
Interesting.
Dusty. Are you a beautiful bird? He just lets to pull his toy through his cage.
Aw. Dusty is a simple bird with simple needs. Yeah, I mean, BitChute is cool and everything. People just go to the place they think is popular, and YouTube's popular, so nobody goes anywhere else. It's going to take a company like Amazon. I know Amazon owns Twitch, but to make like a YouTube equivalent, it's going to take an Amazon, it's going to take a Microsoft, a company
or a
of
Netflix
that magnitude. Yeah, I mean, Netflix could do that.
I'm just saying BitChute as of right now, like, because it's still a good backup site for all your videos.
Netflix,
it's really expensive, but Vimeo has really high quality streaming service, and I was thinking about moving the private shows over to Vimeo just because of that.
They have a high quality streaming?
Yeah, but you have to pay for it, but it's like really high quality, and it gives you everything you could need from YouTube and more. You just got to pay for it, you know.
Right. With Netflix, they're already dumping billions into new content. If you just looked at the payout budget for what YouTube pays out its creators, I wonder what we're looking at here for like to bring content over.
Netflix would create a new site for that. They wouldn't want their normal site to be clogged
but
up.
they could create it as part of their package.
I mean, even if they create it and it's a great site, that doesn't necessarily mean people are going to move to it. I mean,
if their favorite creators are getting bought up and pulled over there,
there's already what's it called? The Microsoft one. The name escapes me right now.
Mixer?
Yeah, Mixer. That works better than Twitch. You know what? I've been saying this for a while. YouTube should do like the bits system that Twitch does, because they're worried about certain ads playing over videos. Take the ads off the videos and let the consumers watch the videos on their own. They're already doing that with ad block. If someone sees a video, it's because they chose to see one, usually, or it's on mobile. Let them watch the videos and they get points, and they give those points to the creators they like, and that's how they make the money. And then that way there's a middleman between the creator and the ad viewing.
Well, I think what it really comes down to is that the people paying the commercials don't want to be associated on any level with people on this platform. So they're trying to smoke out those people.
Then why the fuck would they buy commercials on the platform?
Well, because they want to be. They know that for the longest time, ads didn't want to be a part of YouTube, but they realize YouTube is what the kids watch.
You're not answering my question though.
Because they have to. Because that's where the eyes are.
Yeah,
so they're trying to change the platform so they can
instead of just letting it go.
They don't care who sees what. They want to control.
So
what
my
you see.
solution: everybody wins. If they want their ads on the fucking site, we can just take them off the videos.
But they want their ads on the site. They just don't want people like you on the site, Ben. They don't want you.
They love me. They don't want Billy the Fridge.
They don't. Nobody wants you.
Even MundaneMatt can get a fucking silver play button, but Billy the Fridge can't.
Nobody.
Let me
loves
throw
me.
that out there.
Nobody loves me. Ella, do you have anything you want to say after all this wonderful time of us talking trash about people?
Well, I mean, that's basically all I spend my free time doing, so it's fine. But I'm just perusing the YouTube chat.
Nice. Oh yeah, it sucks you in.
Nympho Wars with Alex Bones.
Like, oh, the girl guest hasn't said much, and then someone's like, Ella drank a bit too much. That's why, and I'm like, because I don't feel like man-interrupting anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man-interrupting.
Damn.
Yeah, like me and my male privilege are like.
Yeah.
I wanted to be man-interrupted. I was waiting. I was like, damn. Somebody step on my scrotum. Quick! I'm sorry. That was inappropriate.
Let's talk about how embarrassing it is to get a boner in public.
I'm not. I wish.
The struggle. Okay. You think that's embarrassing for you?
What if you're wearing like a skirt or something? Damn, like. Yeah. It would just stick out like a tent.
I have never had that
I'm
problem.
I'm gonna have strange dreams tonight. Thank you.
If you have a big fat belly,
it doesn't happen very often, but it can.
Yeah.
I'm just too fat to have my boner do any serious damage. Like you look down at the little bulge. You're like, oh, you worried about that, dude? You have a gigantic flubby gut. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I just get all the boners I want, and I try and get people to see them. I'm like, hey, check this out. I'm like moving a soda can in between my legs. It's a magic trick.
Some magic.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants, where we talk about awkward boners in public.
Yeah, there actually at one time, I don't know if it exists anymore. There was a website called Awkward Boners, and it was all these photos of these awkward boners, like you know, just random shit, like guys running marathons and they got boners and shit.
I'm not
That's
mad.
what I hated about puberty, man. Like high school.
Oh yeah,
you sit there in those tiny little desks, you know, the little fucking wood desks. And you just get fucking random boners for no reason.
Yep.
You're not even thinking of
no
anything.
reason.
You're
Nothing.
fucking-
Sex isn't even on your mind. You accidentally wear a pair of underwear that's too tight that day, and you're walking. You know, it gets rubbed just the right way. Boom.
That's
fucking
we're all
throbbing
walking
ass
hard-ons.
erection.
Yeah. Freaking, like a fucking wear a suit of armor, it would poke through it. That's awkward.
We gotta stop boner shaming. Like this is inappropriate.
Stop being transphobic.
Yeah.
Right?
If you're walking down the street and you get a boner and it pitches a tent up in your dress, like fuck it. Be proud.
Like, do you guys know how tucking works?
Like you mean when you tuck your genitals between your legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you need to use a cage or something?
Like that is like okay, not even just for trans people, but that is like the most reliable way to stop boners from springing up out of nowhere. Like it just doesn't happen.
You just tuck it?
Yeah. Well, no, you need to tuck it beforehand, otherwise you might break the damn thing.
How do you tuck it? Like how would one go about
It's a
tucking?
bit of a gnarly explanation, so I would recommend just Googling it because Google will probably be able to explain it better than I can.
Okay.
You remember the end of a
Diagrams or thing, and you
I think
kind
I would rather wear my boner proudly.
Do you remember the end of Ace Ventura when they had her turn around and there was like
there was the grape pouch in the back?
Yeah.
My dude.
Is it mandatory when you're tucking to listen to that same song from Silence of the Lambs? Goodbye Horses. Like, is that mandatory when you're doing it?
Is that tucking? Is a mangina
You do it in the
tucking?
bathroom, you're like tucking it, and then you go, "Would you fuck me?"
seriously, whenever I see that scene, I kind of cringe a little bit because I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that is not how it works.
Okay, thank you. A mangina is not tucking, right?
No, that is exactly how
Oh.
it works. But, like, you can't just like stick the damn thing back and go out the door like that and just pray to God it stays put. That is not how it works.
Okay.
No, you gotta get some fucking.
Do you have to like attach
Yeah,
some chewed
you need
bubble
be
gum to
wearing,
the shaft?
Like,
And,
tighter underwear, like hold it all in place.
what?
You gotta walk with your legs closed.
Do you need tiger underwear? Did you say tiger underwear?
Tighter.
Oh.
Tighter.
And some people even like straight up use like duct tape or packing tape or something.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, you
Wasn't
don't
there,
have
like-
to. And like, but the thing with tucking, and this includes like using tape, if it hurts at all, you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
And it's really, really easy. Like a lot of people can cause a lot of damage.
What if you're tucking and you?
Blood flow, especially if they're using tape, it's like,
Is it impossible to get an erection while tucking? Like what happens
I mean,
there?
No, obviously it's possible, but it
Okay.
won't be like a full 10 because it's held back.
Okay.
So you might feel like, oh shit, it's like, oh, I can kind of feel it coming on, but it never materializes.
I guess logistically, I've never thought about it. I guess, like, in my mind, I'm like, how do you not sit on your balls?
That's the magic of what's being tucked. Like I said, you're going to want to Google it.
Is it? Is there like a folding technique?
There's science-y, pouchy,
Okay.
bodily cavity, mumbo jumbo. It's like,
Oh.
ugh.
By the way, here's something I wasn't told. Hernia surgery inflates your scrotum like a balloon.
Ooh.
And
My mom's a pharmacist, and I think she just laughed at that. That's true. She says it's totally true. That is not fake news. Pharmacist confirmed.
So it was, it's like, I felt like a hamster. Back to the hamsters again. You know how hamsters have like proportionally huge balls?
I suppose.
For their size. That's how I felt. And I had to be careful not to sit on them all the time.
Don't squish them balls,
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Oh God. Have you ever seen those guys? What do they call it? With like the elephantitis. It's like the growth hormones all wrong, so their balls just get like massive. They're
Yeah.
fucking. Oh man, that's got to be the most fucking awkward, horrible fucking disease.
But it is kind of cool to be able to carry around your own pillow.
Like on your head.
Well, no, it's your balls, right?
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you just
yeah.
lean over on
Man,
your
when your
giant.
jokes need explaining, there's something going on, Billy.
You should stop smoking weed because that was funny, and you were too high to notice.
There was a guy in my high school who had that. Well, he had something else, but it was like his dick was like a fucking Coke can, right? Like it was so big.
Hold on.
And he had to take special medicine to stop blood flow, and he always wore sweatpants. And the whole reason we knew that that's what it looked like because one day he passed out in class because he forgot to take his medicine, and we looked down and he had this huge thing going down his fucking leg.
Dude, if I had a Coke can
Sticking
dick,
up.
I would make sure
Like, we were
everybody
like,
knew.
Jesus Christ! Your poor wife.
This confused me. Good thing I don't have one.
I think he ended up getting surgery to fix it or whatever, but yeah, he had like a fucking massive. It would like drain blood from his body.
He'd probably fall. He'd probably pass out.
Poor dude.
Fucking pass out from the fucking blood loss.
To have such a swollen cock and not be able to use it right because you pass out, that's the curse. That's the curse. That's actually
just
hell.
sounds like some horrific side effect of like roids or something.
Yeah,
Hemorrhoids
I don't know what it
or
was.
steroids?
Like HGH or something.
Not like he was a friend, so I didn't exactly get an explanation, but just saw him fall out of his fucking desk one day, and he had this huge fucking bulge going down his one pant leg on through his sweatpants.
Maybe he was actually hiding a can of soda in his pants.
We've all been there. I mean,
Right.
you gotta hide your Coke when you're at school.
Yeah.
I used to take vodka in Gatorade bottles, you know?
Same.
Keep it orange, you know, like get an orange Gatorade, drink about half of it, and then pour the rest vodka. Take it to school.
I just stole whatever my dad had in the liquor cabinet and put it in a top mug and prayed for the best.
I had a friend that would bring in. He would inject an orange. He would use a syringe and inject an orange with liquor, and then cut it up,
Nice.
and we'd eat it.
Little
If I
007.
ever have like a house, if I ever have to host like a party of some sort, I might try that. That seems like that's creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just inject the alcohol directly into my fucking scrotum. Call it a day.
And just IV that shit in.
I'm lit as balls. You're gonna have to remove that sound clip, Ben.
Smuggle moonshine in and fruit. Because that fruit, it'll absorb that moonshine and make it real.
Yeah, dude. You know,
Oh,
in
man. You
in
get
some
fucked
places,
up off of that.
yeah, I used to. Some places they call it jungle juice. Where I grew up, they called it Hairy Buffalo. It's like that drink. Yeah, yeah. Where I grew up, we called it Hairy Buffalo for some reason.
We called it Spody.
With the like all the different booze and like
and fruits and stuff.
Yeah,
and the fruit soaks in it. That was
Yep.
a Spody.
A Spody.
We used to do
Spody.
parties in the military we'd have big dorm parties in the military, and we'd buy a brand new trash can, so there was no, you know, it's brand new,
Yeah.
so it's nice and clean, and we'd wash it out, we put a big trash bag in it and fill that fucker up and cut fruit up into it, and it'd be this tall off the ground filled with liquor, and
Yep.
you drink it, by the end of the night, nothing but fruit, and then you eat that fruit, and that fuck you up.
Yeah,
You pass
I did
out on your
that-
stove.
I did that one time, and we got so drunk that the cops pulled us over because some guy tried to threaten us with a knife, but they thought we had the knife. And when they called it in, they like pulled us out with like hella guns at gunpoint. And I'm fucking like, my buddy's so drunk he can't walk. I thought for sure they were gonna kill him. I was like, he's too drunk to walk. Don't shoot. And I don't know why I just brought that up.
Good show.
Thank you guys.
You better drive. You're too fucked up to walk.
I'm saying. Hey, Magog, hello. It was great to have you guys on the show tonight. For those of you watching,
Next time,
of course,
I'll come in
anytime.
character. I didn't feel like it today.
I appreciate the Magog Uncut.
Yeah,
and Ella, we would love to have you on again sometime. So if you're free, let us know. And everybody watching, if you are subscribed or if you are a $10 patron, we're doing the after show right now, and Ben and I are going to talk some shit out because I do not like this cricket sound effect.
And you know, it's funny. I just realized, isn't member another like
for penis?
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's what they changed sponsors to members. So if you're a member,
yeah, if you're a member, come to the after show for the tuck back.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful
Thanks.
bird.
Thanks for watching. And Dusty's a beautiful bird. Good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.